This is Michael Williamson in Melbourne at the Melbourne Cricket Ground, a capacity crowd about to watch the preliminary final, St Kilda versus Carlton. Carlton through Nichols won the toss, and they're kicking down to the scoreboard end, but it's St Kilda into attack. There's Stevens now. Stevens, a long kick down forward. They're backing back for it. No mark. It bounces awkwardly, and it's knocked through by Waite. The change in the St Kilda lineup. Corner has come into the 18. Bob Murray has withdrawn with a leg injury. The four who were flu victims throughout the week, I refer to Manzi, Breen, Davis, and who was the other one, Bobby? Can you remember? Judson, are all on the field. So there they go. Once again, it's St Kilda going forward, only to find Vin Waite in the way. What are the changes, Bob? The field placements of note.
Ian Corner, Mike, has gone to first rover, with Stevens going to his normal position of forward pocket with the run on the ball. Brian Minot has gone to the back pocket, Galt to the forward pocket, and big Carl Dittrich, there he is right in the screen there. Dittrich has opened up in the first ruck as a handball goes out to John Manzi of St Kilda on the half-forward flank, hooks the ball back, right in towards the goal square. It'll be close to the line, the pack fly, it's touched, it goes over the back, through for 1 point, and St Kilda bring up their second point in a matter of just a few moments. There's only 2 minutes into the first quarter, and St Kilda have 2 points. Carlton yet to take the ball on their forward line of the centre. Jeff Southby at full-back. Southby, normally a lovely kick. This one's no exception as it covers a great deal of ground. Dittrich is in front, has the ball punched away by Mackay, taken by Robertson, a hand pass to Gallagher, intercepted by Dittrich, swings the ball back in towards centre half forward. Galt coming out, gets tripped by Waite, and Galt will take the free kick. Just short of centre half forward, around about 45 yards out from goal, directly in front.
Ron Barassi is surprised to see Jesaulenko out full forward.
No, not at all, Mike. I think the whole football public expected this particular move because Carlton have fallen down at a full forward in their two finals games. As we see young Rodney Galt coming in from centre half forward. It looks a pretty good kick.
Oh.
I think it is. I think it's going to be their first goal on the board. A tremendous kick for the young kid. And it certainly won't do Vin Waite any good. There's Galt on your screen, and not quite on your screen was the Carlton runner who came out to Vin Waite and said, "Now look here, mate. He's got the first goal, make sure it's the last." There's the score. 3 scoring shots to St Kilda and none to Carlton. So it's a good start for the Saints.
And that came up after 2 minutes 14 seconds of play into the first quarter. St Kilda, a badly depleted side. There they go. The ball is knocked away by Nichols. Picked up by Davis. Davis, a long kick down towards centre half forward. There's a chance, but players bustled out of the way. It's forced to the wing position on the member stand side, taken by Dixon of Carlton. Dixon now down towards centre half forward. Walls is there, couldn't hold the mark, and through comes Jackson. Jackson steadies, it's on its way, it's swinging, one behind, and the goal umpire lost his balance. One behind. Well, Jackson is the fellow that apparently St Kilda are a little bit worried about. Very nice to hear the sound of somebody hitting cans right in our microphone, wherever it happens to be. Going to be great if that keeps up. A kick out now, up goes Dittrich, pushes the ball away, it's taken by Kevin Hall, he can't break clear. Hall, however, kicks down towards the pocket on the member stand side. Jackson's there, a great wrestle between he and Moran. A hand pass over to Basenko, he almost got unloaded. Basenko kicks to the wing position on the member stand side. Ball knocked away here, nobody picking it up until it's Vin Waite. Vin Waite over towards Gallagher. Gallagher gets one and he will take the free kick. Gallagher is on the 15-yard penalty too from Ian Coates. Gallagher is on the half-forward flank on the member stand side, and he kicks down to Kevin Hall. Hall now drives in at the big ones. It's swinging around. It's pretty close. Hit the post. Oh, where's Kevin Hall playing, Ronnie?
I think he could be playing half-back, or he may be given the task of following Davis. I'm not quite sure. It's the changes that have taken place are pretty hard to follow. We'll pick them out as the game goes on, but he's certainly not on the half-back flank.
The ball's put into play by Kevin Neal. A good kick. At Manzi come bursting through the pack. A poor kick by Manzi. Goes straight along the ground. John Nichols grabs it with a left foot kick. It goes high down towards Jesaulenko, but Cowboy Neal's up high. His punch is as good as a kick as it goes well back down the ground. Manzi of St Kilda grabs the ball, hooks it. He tries to hook the ball back, but it goes off the side of the boot, out of bounds on the full, and the kick will be put back into play for the Carlton side by Ian Robertson. Robertson looks as though he may have lined up on the centre wing position. It was a beautiful kick by Robertson, well down the ground. The pack does some straight through the packers. Dieterich comes out trying to burst through the pack. Jesaulenko grabs the ball, hooks it back towards the big ones. It'll be close to the line, but Kevin Neal is right on there. It's too far. It's a goal as Kevin Neal went too far back, took the mark on his chest, but he was behind the line, and it's first goal to Carlton. Jesaulenko there being congratulated by big Peter Jones, and the scores are level. Carlton 1-2, St Kilda 1-2.
Well, the move to Jesaulenko, the full forward, looks a good one at the moment, Ron.
Well, it's a bit early to tell, of course, but Jesaulenko is
a nice one to get going on that.
Yes, an ideal opponent for Neal, because Neal hasn't got that much pace. But there's John Nichols. He had a kick a moment ago. He handballs wildly to Keogh. Keogh gets caught as he kicked. Dieterich up there for mark. He should be played that. Yes, he is. Right in the centre of the ground. He goes for the play on football over towards Stevens and misses. So Theodore coming through to Elliott, but Elliott will no, he'll just trap the ball before it goes over the line. Goes to the left foot pass into Breen, a short one, hit him right on the chest. Gave Bruce Dool, Breen's opponent, no chance whatsoever of intercepting. Breen now about 50 yards from goal, well out in the flank. There's Southby watching Lawrence, his opponent, as Breen comes in. It's a good kick, but slightly offline to the right, and only 1 point will result from this, bringing St Kilda's point tally up to 3, making the 1 goal 3, 1 point ahead of Carlton at this stage.
Ron, I think we'll find that Chandler may be in the centre for Carlton. That is, of course, if Glenn Elliott is playing in the centre. I would think that Chandler has been given the task of picking up Glenn Elliott.
Yes, I think Kevin Hall got the task of picking up Alan Davis. There's Dieterich and McKay going to the market. Goes to the ground. Big pack of players developing. There's Carl tackling well against McKay. The ball comes out to Colling. Colling goes to left-hand pass over to Davis. Davis is caught with the ball. Given dropping the ball against him, I thought he was a bit stiff there, but anyhow, Vin Waite's got the ball, goes for the short pass up to John Nichols, almost intercepted by Glenn Elliott, but a bit late there as John Nichols has his second kick of the match. He's a player who Carlton have to have firing. He'll certainly be determined to do his best. Up towards Jesaulenko and Neal. Neal this time well in front. Caught that ball coming in low and certainly covered it well with his body for a wonderful chest mark. Goes for the short pass up towards Elliott. Elliott chips it in front of Robertson, but drops the mark. Coming through there was Travis Page, going up towards Hurst. Hurst palms his opponent away, goes to the left foot. Of course, he's a left footer. Astray that time with his kick, and his kick beats Trevor Keogh over the line on the full.
Travis Page to take it on the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground. Page takes his kick, it swings in towards the centre. The players set themselves, up they go, the ball knocked away. A chance here for Elliott, gets a long hand pass over towards Page. Page on the wing position on the outer side, drives to the half-forward flank, over the half-forward flank on the outer side. Up they go, O'Connell and Davis, 2 number 19s, the ball over the boundary line, there'll be a throw-in. Waiting for the throw-in to take place. On that outer side, Jones goes in there, Colling goes up behind him, Jones too big, gets it down to Kevin Hall, his kick is smothered, in comes Alan Davis, a left footer further downfield, but here's a break now, racing for it is Vin Waite, Southby comes in there, but it's Waite picking up, Waite now, over to Southby, Southby steadies, he looks further downfield, he's going for a bit of a run, there's nothing wrong with this fella today, Southby now, kicks in towards centre half forward, Robert Walls, he went to go on, for mine he was off. He kicks wide now. He's looking for Jesaulenko. Jesaulenko is at centre half forward. He's still going. Neal comes out on top in that encounter. Cowboy Neal down towards centre half forward there. The ball is forced back towards the centre. Here's a collision. Whoa! Boy, they're going in. Barry Breen manhandled, and he will take the free. Breen now going back. Tries a short hand pass across here to Colling. It comes off too. Colling drives over centre half forward. It's only 20 yards out from the big ones. Lawrence spilt the mark. He's still going, however. He's manoeuvring around. Gee, it was a sitter too. Over here towards Stevens. He can't go anywhere with it. There'll be a free kick going Carlton's way. Gee, that was a sitter for Lawrence, or it looked a sitter from here.
It did look that way, Mike, but you know, the pressure's really on at the start of these games as O'Connell puts a short one in, looking for Gallagher, but it was Jones who intercepted. Gets a hand pass back to O'Connell, coming straight down the centre of the ground. O'Connell's kicks off the side of the boot. Davis of St Kilda comes in. Didn't quite hold the mark, but there was undoubtedly a free kick as Davis plays on quickly, drives the ball straight down the ground, but there's nobody home. Jones gets a hand pass out to Hurst. Hurst breaks away from the half-back line, drives the ball wide and finds his teammate out in the wing in Ian Robertson. A hand pass back to Gallagher. A poor kick by Gallagher, put Walls under pressure, comes through towards Jesaulenko. He's under pressure by Neil, throws the ball out in front, but unfortunately threw the ball over the line. And we'll find a throw in around about halfway between the forward pocket and the half-forward flank for Carlton, with Carlton going to the scoreboard into the ground. Dittrich and Mackay. Mackay was up high but couldn't get the knock. The ball's grabbed by Mackay, knocked on by Jesaulenko. Coming through for Carlton is Armstrong. He can't take possession of the ball. There's a pack forming as Armstrong's under real pressure. Umpire Coates running in, indicating that he may bounce the ball. Ian Coates. Dittrich gets a knock. It comes towards Davis. A good blind turn by Davis. Puts him in a lot of trouble though. Armstrong's there. He gets caught. It's called play on though as Manzi takes the ball. His kick goes straight up in the air. It's down again as Dittrich punches the ball on. It's taken by Elliott of St Kilda. He quickly puts the ball a foot and finds centre half forward in Barry Breen, but he's dropped the mark. Dool takes it a hand pass out to O'Connell. He's under pressure by Theodore. Can't get a kick in him. He does get the ball out towards Hurst. And Hurst again finds Robertson left alone on the wing. The hand pass from Robertson finds Armstrong. Armstrong's under pressure. Gets a left foot down to the half-forward flank. Pays up in front of the pack. And Travis Pays takes the mark for the St Kilda side. Pays on the true half-back flank. Not quite certain which way to put the ball at the moment as he goes for that normal wobbly old drop punt of his, almost straight across the ground. Dixon almost took the mark. Taken by Trott of St Kilda. He puts a short one down looking for Rodney Galt. Galt's leading in the race for the ball. He's chased by Vin Waite. Gets caught as he gets a handball clear. Waite backs up quickly. Coming out, there's Waite. And Lawrence, was good play by Lawrence. And the ball going back to Galt. Galt's under a lot of pressure, but hooks the ball back, looking for Lawrence. Lawrence is there, but can't quite take a great effort to mark. Dill's under pressure, throws the ball away, but it's called play on. Trott gets a hand pass through to Travis Pays. He gets it on to Breen, and Breen with a long kick drives the ball towards the square. It might be there.
There's
full points to St Kilda. And St Kilda go to a 7-point advantage with that goal by Barry Breen. Carlton 1-2, 8 points. St Kilda 2-3, 15. A great goal by St Kilda then, a real team effort as the ball was just delivered from player to player with a good team handball, with Barry Breen finishing off with a lovely kick.
Back in the centre, umpire Ian Coates bounces the ball. Dittrich has got the go there, showing good anticipation. He kicks well down over centre half forward. Southby missed it there, but coming across is O'Connell. O'Connell is pushed by Stevens. They'll get a free for pushing the back. I don't think there was much doubt about that one. O'Connell is in the back pocket on the member stand side down the Richmond end. Up it comes. There's the kick now. Going to the half-back flank on the outer side. Dittrich up from behind. Knocks the ball away from Jones. A chance here for Stevens. Oh, he's going to be met. The ball's still in play. Hurst met him fairly and squarely. Good play. Oh! Behind play. It was missed. A St Kilda player's been dropped behind play, but play goes on. Taken by Jesaulenko. Jesaulenko gets it forward. Oh, almost a head gone then. Elliott disentangles himself, and he will take the kick. Stevens getting attention from the trainers. He was a player who was flattened behind play, waiting for Elliott now to take his kick from centre half forward. It's a kick, it's dropping short into the goal square. Jones is there, Southby comes in, Waite also. Southby's forced over the line with the ball, and another behind to St Kilda. Carlton 1-2 to St Kilda 2-4, I would say now. And St Kilda surprising everybody with this initial burst. Southby about to kick out from the Richmond end, favouring the outer side of the ground. Up they go, they fly high, but no mark to anybody. Taken there by Keogh. Keogh over to Armstrong. Armstrong now up towards the half-forward flank on the outer side, and a lovely mark to David Mackay. Beautiful mark, this fellow. And Mackay, his kick going deep down into the forward zone. They fly high. It's knocked away, however. A chance for Jesaulenko. Dixon comes in. Jesaulenko takes it. Jesaulenko, a short one to Jackson. Good play. I don't know whether you should play Jesaulenko in the centre or on the forward line, but wherever you play him, you're getting value. Jackson cribbing around a bit. He's only about 25 yards out. He's on an angle, as you can see. And, oh, I was about to say right through. It left his boot beautifully, but sliced off. Waiting now for Cowboy Neil to kick out. Hello, they must have the amplifiers working again. Neil now kicks to the outer side of the ground. The ball taken there by Carl Dittrich. Dittrich down towards the half-forward flank on the outer side. Davis tries to mark it. Couldn't do so, but he'll get a free, or he could be playing the mark. Davis down towards the pocket. He's looking for Lawrence. Lawrence leads out in front of Southby. In comes Stevens. Stevens steadies. He kicks. Puts it through. Or rather, I take it back. It was the new boy. Corner. Good lad. Corner. Put it right through. At the, let me see, 16-minute mark into the first quarter. Well, Ron, this is a surprise.
Well, St Kilda certainly opened up very well, Mike. There's a big bounce. McKay gets the big knock. It's going over towards Manzi. Almost takes it on the half line. A difficult one, but McKay recovers. Kicks long to the half-forward flank out towards Judson and Armstrong. Here's a duel between the two. Armstrong's in the lead at the stage. He's a very cagey player in this position, but on that occasion the boundary line was too close. Hemmed him in. He had no chance of doing anything with the ball. Here's the throw in there on Carlton's half-forward flank. McKay and Gold. Gold gets a tap down towards Colling. Keogh's in the lead. Will break away, go for the short pass. Not a good pass. Comes to Jesaulenko. It was an awkward bounce, but he controls it well. Bounces around the point. Coming to an open goal. 20 yards out. Puts it through the middle. The play for Jesaulenko. He's the man they need to fire. It's his second goal. And also Carlton's third goal for the match, or the second goal for the match. So he's kicked their complete score in goals so far. I don't know that it's a particularly good move to play Neil on Jesaulenko, because Neil is the slow, lumbering type of player, with Jesaulenko is the exact opposite. But it's all very well for us to say this, because St Kilda have been hit by injury, and they certainly would have had not many players perhaps to put down there. Perhaps Colling could have been one of the men tried. There's Nichols going up for the knock. Hall takes it. He almost throws the ball away. Nichols gets a kick over towards Manzi. Manzi couldn't control it. Walls is in there. Knocks the ball towards corner. Corner comes in and shut it there from Robertson. Allows Chandler to come in for his first kick for the match. Up towards the half-forward flank where Judson again goes for, but comes down to Manzi. Manzi streaks down the wing. Up towards centre half-forward, the kick goes. O'Connell knocks the ball. Davis takes it. Up towards full forward. St Kilda have got the run here, but Southey comes in at the last moment, spoils. Stevens is in there. A free kick there against Bruce Dool to Stevens for holding the man. A very clever player, Stevens. We all thought that perhaps with Ross Smith out, he would line up as first rover, but he has opened up as second rover. Now kicks going for his second, about 50 yards out. It'll be a good kick from here. It's got the length. It looks pretty good for distance, but away Carl Dittrich is coming. It's a goal, and there's the two fingers. Well, St Kilda are really capping on the pressure. They're answering Carlton's every effort so far and establishing not only a good lead at this stage, but must have given themselves plenty of confidence.
Well, that's the one I gave him before, so he's finally achieved it. John Stevens. And St Kilda doing well. Magnificent opening to the preliminary final. There they go. The ball is knocked away by Mackay. In comes Gold, taken by Moran. Moran now a long kick down towards centre half forward. A battle going on there. Stevens just couldn't get to it. O'Connell coming out with the ball now. O'Connell manoeuvres around. He gets his kick to the wing position on the outer side. And a glorious mark. It'll be paid to Davis. A beauty. Alan Davis of St Kilda. A low trajectory drop kick, doesn't go to anybody in particular. They're all going in after it though, and I think there'll be a ball up or free. Good lucky to get out of that. Gary Colling with it on the half-forward flank on the outer side. Colling's kick. Oh, it's a nice long one down towards the goal square. Southby's there. Dittrich couldn't miss. Oh, Southby fumbled the mark, Ronnie.
Well, Jeff Southby has been in the habit of doing that. Certainly not at crucial moments like that. There's the score, giving St Kilda a 3-1 lead. But getting back to Southby, he dropped quite a few marks like this. In fact, I can think back to an exact same thing in the second quarter against Richmond, where it was Vin White who dropped a light mark, and it came down, and I think it was Bartlett who came in and got the goal, the sort of goal that Big Carl got then. That was a bad miss by Southby, and certainly a goal came from it. There's McKay going in. Keogh's there. Dixon. Big Nick's there. Kevin Hall is a huge pack of players in the centre bounce. A really packed situation as it goes up now. Minot gets the knock. It goes to the wing. Robertson's in there. His opponent breaks through. Over towards the pocket where it's a big lead from Lawrence. Lawrence has gone wide to the pocket. Slips over at the crucial moment. Knocked aside by his opponent. A hand pass here. St Kilda playing good football. Goes for goal, but it's offline, I think. Good football by St Kilda. They're certainly showing Carlton away at the moment. That was young Stevens who had that shot at goal. Well, there's the score. You can see that St Kilda are 10 shots to 5, and that's about the state of the play at the moment. St Kilda are looking far more dangerous, and except for Alex Jesaulenko in attack, the Carlton forward division looks in a lot of trouble at this stage. There's Southby now with the kick, a long kick out to the half-back flank. McKay's there, almost takes the mark. Chandler comes in, kicks high up towards centre-half forward, where it's Moran taking the crumb. He gets his foot quickly to the ball. Again, it's almost taken by Hall. Hall follows through. Intercepted by Minot. Allows Gallagher to come in, get a high kick. Doesn't travel far, 20 yards at the most. Judson knocks it away from Armstrong. Hall's in there. Manzi hand passes across to Elliott. Elliott has time to steady and go out towards Breen, where Breen will take the mark. No, he drops it. Pushed on the back by Dill there. We'll get a free kick, I feel. No, I wasn't seen on this occasion, or wasn't taken as a free by umpire coach, and a throw-in will occur on St Kilda's half-forward line out of sight of the ground. Nichols now, the two number twos. Nichols, Minot. A lot of manoeuvring going in there. Chandler coming through. The ruck roving for today. Up towards the centre line. Oh! Stuart Trott receives a nasty whack. Jackson's in there, sprawling over the ball. There's a free kick against Dixon. Wasn't seen. Umpire coach is letting the game go. Kevin Hall coming in. Goes for the hand pull. Nichols back again. Across the door. Bad hand pass there by John Nichols. St Kilda capitalises. Manzi streaks around, except the good hand pass up towards Lawrence, but has the ball punched away. Vin Waite comes through, protects, dodges and dives, palms off. He's forced to go for the handball. The pressure's really on now. Carlton coming through there with Armstrong. He's playing a good first quarter. Up towards Dixon. I think they've switched wings there. Yes, they have. Dixon was on this side of the ground a moment ago. Handballs are back to Armstrong. He kicks long up towards St Kilda centre-half back position. They outnumber the Carlton players 2-1. The pass there to Colling. Colling a long hand pass, intercepted by Armstrong. Armstrong over the ball, gets his kick. No, he doesn't. Drops the ball. Could be penalised here. Oh, a bit lucky there. I thought he was very lucky there. However, Armstrong with the ball now, going towards centre-half forward position, where Ian Robertson, who's been switched wings, takes that mark almost unopposed as Alan Davis comes in, unable to intercept. His long drop kick goes up the square. Here's Jones flying high and takes a great mark. We picked him out as the man who perhaps had the show, but just before he leapt from the ground, I didn't think he would make it, but he did. And he's taken the ball now with a great mark, only 12 yards out. He'll kick from about 15, almost dead in front, as you can see. He doesn't miss many of these sort of shots. And he hasn't missed this one too. It's Carlton's reply, and they'll need more of these from Jones. Jones and Nichols and McKay changing in the forward pocket. There's the score now. 2-2. St Kilda leading the Carlton side by that amount.
And we are 23 and a half minutes into the opening quarter. Well, Bobby, it's a beauty.
It is a good game, Mike, and it's, as you mentioned, a bit of a surprise for everybody at the pace at which St Kilda have opened this game. I think with all the suspect players and everything, everybody expecting to be a little tentative, but they've taken this game right away. Minot gets a knock. He knocks the ball on, but it's taken by Robertson of Carlton. He fumbles the ball, can't get it out until he gets a long knock, but it goes straight to Elliott of St Kilda. He fumbled the ball on the first occasion, but had plenty of time. He drives the ball down to the half-forward flank. Waite's leading in the race for the ball. Gets a hand pass back towards Southby. It's a good piece of play by the Carlton defence as Southby drives them out of danger down to the half-forward flank. Basanko coming through. A good piece of defensive play. Kicks the ball straight off the ground, but unfortunately for them, it goes to Mackay. Mackay a hand pass across to Armstrong. He's under so much pressure he can't get away with the ball. As Theodore with a lovely pass finds the full forward in Barry Lawrence. Lawrence thought about giving a hand pass then, but then goes back, puts a short one in, goes straight across the ground. A shocking kick by Lawrence. Galt takes the ball, gets a long hand pass, but it's taken by Hurst, almost taken by Hurst. Green comes through, takes the ball away. There's a pack forming. It could be a free kick to Barry Green. No, I think the way that umpire coach is indicating, he will bounce the ball. Coach having a word to Breen on that occasion. Possibly a good piece of umpiring to explain that he didn't think it was a free kick as Mackay gets a knock. It goes towards and it's kicked off the ground. 1 point only though. As young corner came in, kicked the ball straight off the ground and bringing up 1 point for the St Kilda side.
He's a goer, this kid.
Very much so, Mike. He started the game well. He got a bad knock then. You can see him limping there in the screen right now. But he started the game with plenty of confidence. The goal he kicked would have given him even more. And they're putting a lot of pressure on Carlton at the moment. Jeff Southby. Again, the normal Southby kick almost to the centre. Ditch was up high. It's a mark to David Mackay. I'd say no, it's called play on. I would have played as Kevin Hall breaks away with the ball. A hand pass across to Robertson. He does a glorious drop kick down. Looking for, look at Cowboy Neal. Almost a scream as Jackson comes through. He's right into the open goal. And it's full points for Carlton. A great piece of half-forward play by Sid Jackson. The ever-alert opportunist. Almost a great mark by Cowboy Neal, and he's in the hands of the trainers at the moment. The board reading, Carlton 4-3, St Kilda 5 goals 6. Neal came down heavily on that occasion.
Oh, he did.
He was up very, very high. Had his foot, I'd say, on Jesaulenko's shoulder. And he doesn't look particularly fit at the present moment.
He's freeing up a bit now, Bobby.
Back in the centre, it's umpire Ian Coates about to bounce the ball.
There we see Moran, number 15, Jackson, number 5. He's got his hands full today, Jeff Moran, looking after Jackson. Jesaulenko with the ball, almost lost his head, but he comes out with it now. And he kicks down towards the centre-half forward position. Breen has gone downfield. Where's Breen going? He's gone down onto the back line. Breen has gone down as an assistant full-back. Unusual move. Carlton going forward now. And the mark being paid to Robert Walls. Well, Breen's a loose man on the back line. Switch from centre-half forward, and St Kilda at the moment haven't got a centre-half forward.
I think, Mike, it's just to cover the possibility of Neal being not quite fit against Southby.
There's the kick now from Mackay. Down forward, and the mark. Big Nichols. Oh, he's not cribbing at all either. Oh, Nick.
Unusual for Nick to do that because it's so obvious that the umpire pulls you back right on the inch, whereas if you sneak out perhaps a yard, you might gain 2 feet.
Worth the try, but John Nichols is not quite hard up against the boundary line. About to take his kick. He's missed it, I think. No, he hasn't. A beauty.
That's a captain's goal.
Oh, and it was a close one too, Ronnie. At the 27.5-minute mark that came up.
Well, Mike,
magnificent effort.
We would have seen so little of the goals to put the ball through them, so it didn't stick between the two goalposts.
Well, that's to my mind, from our angle here, it seemed to be going right across the face of goals. Never underestimate John Nichols is the lesson we've learned from that. You should know it by now in any case. Up they go, Jones, but Dittrich gets a tap away. Carlton right back in this now, only 3 points of difference. Coming up to quarter time, 28.5 minutes almost gone. Umpire Coates bounces the ball a little short of the centre into the St Kilda territory. There's Trott after the ball, but he's got a lot of opposition, as you can see. Trott comes out with the ball, gets his kick down to the half-forward flank. Up they go, no mark however, leaving O'Connell there. He's tackled vigorously by Stevens. Out comes Dixon, he can't go anywhere. Holding the ball, I reckon. Yes. And eventually the kick is taken down forward. The big pack flies. Breen comes out with it. Breen now from an angle shoots. A 1 point. 1 point. Well, Breen, that would have been a remarkable goal had he been able to steer it through. 5-3 Carlton, 5-7 St Kilda. Waiting now for Jeff Southby to kick out from the Richmond end. Magnificent sight here today. The kick from Southby, not a particularly good one, strangely enough, and the mark's taken there by Elliott. And there'll be a penalty. A penalty. A let in there for St Kilda. Elliott would be no more than 35 yards out, directly in front, and his kick is offline. And through for one behind. Waiting for Southby now to have another kick out. Carlton 5-3-33, St Kilda 5-8-38. Jeff Southby looks like he's going to go to the outer flank. No, he switches. He tries a short one. It could come off. Taken there by Keogh. Keogh's going for a bit of a run now, using his pace to advantage. He eventually favours the punt kick up towards centre half forward. Could have been a free kick St Kilda's way, but it's taken by Pays, however. Pays now goes wide to the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground. Ball taken there by Corner. Corner runs into a bit of trouble, but gets the ball further downfield. It's taken by Trott. Bit of trouble. Trott now down forward. The ball bounces awkwardly. A chance for Waite. Waite tries a hand pass across here to Jones. Jones to O'Connell. O'Connell fumbles but recovers. He better get his kick in. He eventually does to Keogh. Keogh now on the half-back flank is in a bit of trouble. He gets it over to O'Connell. They're doing it well, Carlton. Up towards the half-forward flank on the member stand side. Walls, a hand pass over his shoulder. Going towards Jackson. It's intercepted by Moran. Moran can't get to it. Picked up by Neal. He crashes his way out of trouble. And the ball will go over the boundary line. Almost on the wing position on the member stand side. Gee, this is tough football, Bobby, at the 31-minute mark into the first quarter.
Great play, Mike, and good defensive play by the St Kilda defence then. All Jackson alert as ever again, almost took the ball away as it's Jones and Dittrich. Jones got a knock, but it comes straight down towards Davis of St Kilda. Davis with a left foot puts it down to the half-forward flank. Galt punches the ball away. It goes towards Stevens. There's a player in the centre of the ground. If Stevens is quick enough, it's Theodore. He grabs it. Theodore's about to hand pass on, tries to run away, gets a hand pass towards Lawrence. Lawrence leading in the race for the ball, hooks it back. It's right through. It's a good point for St Kilda as Barry Lawrence capitalised on that good piece of play by both Stevens and Theodore. And Lawrence brings up his first goal. And
siren.
St Kilda, with the siren blowing for the end of the first term, St Kilda 6 goals 8, leading Carlton 5 goals 3.
At the MCG, it's umpire Ian Coates bouncing the ball, starting the second quarter of the preliminary final, St Kilda and Carlton. St Kilda in the lead at the moment. They're 6-8 to Carlton's 5-3. And it's St Kilda into attack once again. A chance for Lawrence. Dool accidentally tapped the ball Carlton's way, and Southby comes out with it. Southby now goes right across the ground to the member stand flank, and Keogh went up. He's staying on the same wing, Keogh, and he'll be awarded the mark. Or possibly a free kick, Bob. What do you think he got?
Free kick then, Mike.
He's got the ball in any case.
No doubt about that. He's on the true centre wing position. Member stand side of the ground. With Carlton this quarter going towards the Jollymont end of the ground. Trevor Keogh uses the drop punt, going wide, looking for Robert Walls, and it's a lovely pass. Dittrich running over the mark there. Robert Walls indicating that he's got to go back, but it's umpire Coates who decides. As Walls has a lovely kick, drives it straight towards the square. Jones is up in front, hooks it over the back. Jesaulenko's coming, but Jackson kicks the ball off the ground. 1 point only, though. A great piece of play by Jackson then. When I say great, very quick thinking.
He's firing today, isn't he?
As I mentioned earlier, Mike, he's the real opportunist on a half-forward flank. 1 minute he's there, 1 minute he's not. 1 minute he's not there, next minute he is. There's Kevin Neal, fullback for St Kilda today. Not a particularly long kick by Neal. The pack fly, Dittrich comes away with the ball, hooks the ball back. It's Armstrong of Carlton over the top of the ball. He bursts through the pack, gets hold of it, hits a short kick in and goes straight across the ground. Elliott of St Kilda misses the ball. Robertson has it. He is grabbed too high by Elliott, and it's Ian Robertson, the Carlton wingman, to take the kick. Robertson goes for the drop kick. It's not a particularly good one, but it gets through to Gallagher. Gallagher hooks the ball back. It's going towards the big ones, but unfortunately is hooked across the face, and 1 point only results. Carlton going to 5 goals 5. St Kilda 6 goals 8. As Neal goes to the member side of the ground, pushing them back to Keogh of Carlton. Trevor Keogh, centre wing today, playing on the half-forward flank at the moment. Keogh's kick goes into the teeth of goal. Neal's up high from behind, punches the ball away from Jesaulenko, goes towards Jackson. Chandler bursts through the pack. Good play by Chandler. His kick's going towards the goals, but it's been touched by Dittrich. It went through the centre, but it was touched off the boot. And another point goes up for the Carlton side. There's Chandler coming in for his first full game this year as Carlton go to 5 goals 6 and Kilda 6 goals 8.
Very strong effort too, Ron, from Chandler.
A good piece of work there by Neil Chandler, who's had a mixed career, and I remember him coming on in one grand final, almost winning the game for the Carlton side in the 68 grand final. There's McKay taking mark, was going to play on, but thought better of it, and will take his kick and put it right up in the square. He's a good 60 yards out. Normally a reasonably long kick, and that's no exception.
Oh.
It's a great kick. It could be a goal. Oh, that's a 70-yard kick. Never I've seen one. David McKay, I was almost going to say unpredictable sort of kick, and he puts those very long torpedo punt kicks in, about 1 in 6 or 7, and that was certainly a good time in which to choose to bring that one out of the bag. There's the score with showing St Kilda 2 points in front, and that'll be a lift for the Carlton side. It's a great final so far. Both teams have had their chances, and both teams are going in very hard for the ball. There's a knock. McKay got it. Comes through. Chandler's following through with the ball, knocks the ball towards Dool. Dool has a chance. He'll hand pass, but he's been tackled by Trott. Well tackled, Trott. Dool's in trouble, but gets his hand pass eventually away to Keogh. Keogh goes to the left foot. It's not a good, particularly long kick. It doesn't favour Walls, but he almost takes the mark. Anyhow, plays on. A great piece of work by the Walls. Jesaulenko bumped aside there, but knocks the ball across almost to Jones, but Neil too strong in defence there. Well done, Cowboy Neil. Coming through, his tackle at the last moment, but got his kick away. Hand pass there across by Stevens to Davis. Davis comes around now, has his kick almost smothered, up towards Chandler. Chandler takes the mark, almost unopposed. Goes towards Walls, not a good kick, but almost fine Walls. The bounce beat Walls. Jesaulenko hand passes across there to Colling. Travis Pays is there. Manzi's in the... Oh, Ian Robertson all over Manzi like a proverbial rash there. Couldn't help but to give away the free kick. Has the ball passed back to Manzi now. They've had a good battle on the wing, Manzi and Robertson. Manzi's kick goes up towards Breen. Both players overrun the ball. Chandler hand passes to Armstrong. His kick goes up towards Keogh. Keogh punts from behind. Dixon's in there. Gets across the Hall. Hall fumbles. Stuart Trott eventually comes away with the ball. Finds Glenn Elliott also on his own. A good piece of work, Elliott. Knocks it over the back to Corner. Corner coming into an open goal. Picks out his teammate there. Oh, great piece of tackling there. Lawrence a little bit too slow. It's the second time that Lawrence has had a goal almost on a platter. And perhaps he was just a little bit too slow. Very bad luck for St Kilda there, because they got the ball down forward with a series of good pieces of football, but unfortunately for them it just didn't come off in the very last yard of the field. Vin Waite with the ball now. Rodney Gold on his mark. Vin Waite goes long to the half-back flank. Dittrich and Mackay fly. Dittrich in front, behind, punches the ball. Glenn Elliott picks up, goes high to the square. Waite's there. His strength beats. There's a kick off the ground. Corner. Yes, Corner got his foot to it. That's his second goal. He's the man who came in to replace the injured full-back Bob Murray. He opened up his first rover, and that's a great piece of work by Corner. Quick thinking, and the score goes now. Carlton 6-6, St Kilda 7-8. We saw Vin Waite then spill a mark, and that's one of the things that he did quite often last week. And in fact, it was a goal like that he gave away to Bartlett by not holding onto the ball in the square.
6.5 minutes into the second quarter. St Kilda into attack once again through Glenn Elliott. Players come out to meet the ball. Lawrence, he's been given a free against Southby. Southby gesturing to the umpire, saying, well, this is what I attempted to do. But umpire Ian Coates doesn't see it the same way as Jeff Southby. And Lawrence will take a kick. He's already got one on the board. One, and he is 25 yards out directly in front, and he's missed this. One behind. Lawrence not on the target. Carlton 6-6, St Kilda 7-9. 9 points of difference in favour of the Saints. Waiting for Southby now to kick out from the scoreboard end. Southby favouring the member stand flank. Dittrich is there. So too is Hurst. Hurst flies high, but unlucky not to get that. Dittrich comes out. A long kick down forward by Dittrich. It'll bounce. Could have been touched. Great effort then from the Carlton defence. And a great kick from Dittrich too.
It was too, Mike. A good effort by Vin Waite. He came in across the line of the bounce. It was just either he had to touch it or miss it completely.
Southby now switches flanks. He goes to the outer flank with this kick out. Picked up there by Armstrong. Armstrong to the half-forward flank on the outer side. The mark taken by Moran. Jeff Moran of St Kilda. He goes straight up the ground, up towards centre half-forward. Players come to meet it. Theodore was there. He juggles it, but it's called play on. Dittrich comes in, knocks the ball strongly. Picked up by Mackay. Mackay to Armstrong. Oh! And play goes on there. A bit of jostling back here. But they've settled down now, and the umpire, Ian Coates, has stopped play. He's singing out something to the players. Let's see what's going to happen. It's Kerr to take his kick from the wing position now. Down towards the pocket. There's the worm, Jesaulenko. Jesaulenko in trouble, but gets out of it as usual. Jesaulenko down forward. Minot goes up, knocks the ball away. Through comes Basenko. Basenko of St Kilda goes to the outer side of the ground. It's a beautiful kick. Davis is there, and Davis marks. Davis to Manzi. Manzi a hand pass to Galt. Galt steadies, kicks down forward. Lawrence is there, pushing the ball in front of him. He breaks clear. He turns around onto his left foot. He kicks down to the goal square. They set themselves. Here's a go. The ball not clear. Breen comes in. Breen is taken over the line by Dool. And Dool plays on straight away. Dool kicks to the member stand flank. Look at the fellas going in. Are they going in hard? There's a free. A free. You don't agree with that, Ron?
Oh, it's a girls' act. That's what danger was there in that?
It's still a rule.
What, kicking in danger? If there's no danger, it doesn't break the rule, Mike.
Still a rule.
Just because it's a rule doesn't mean to say it's
taken
broken.
There. Well, you don't agree, but I don't know. Your eyesight needs testing. Over to there to Trott. Trott's in the forward pocket on the member side of the ground. He'd be within kicking distance, but he's on a bad angle, as you can see. Trott kicks. Not a bad hoof at all. And the result, one behind. One behind to St Kilda. Carlton 6-6-42. St Kilda 7-11-53. 11 points in favour of the Saints. One thing about working with you can always disagree with you.
Well, Mike, I must admit I'm a bit biased against that rule. I don't think it's a rule that should have been brought in at all.
I've realised that, Ron. It's one that you've been hot on right throughout, well, since it was first brought in. Kick out now from Southby. Goes straight down the centre. And Jones marks. Jones, Big Percy, goes to the outer flank there and he finds Robertson. Ronnie, why is Southby altering his kick-outs?
Well, it might be some pre-arranged plan there, Mike. There's a kick from Jones, not from Jones, from Robertson, taken by Basenko, goes wide to the flank where he sees Colling all on his own. He's got tons of space, plenty of time to settle down, but still goes up towards the flank where he finds Galt dashing out, leading well in front of Vin Waite there. Vin Waite brought back by the umpire, naturally, as Rodney Galt takes his kick on the opportunity to drive St Kilda further into attack. Up goes Southby, punches down from Lawrence. This kick's taken by Davis, who doesn't have much time to line up. He's bumped into his kick, and his kick naturally then goes offline. Out of bounds on the full. Taken by Jeff Southby, the free kick.
Nobody's getting much time once they get the ball.
It's a decent old pressure game, Mike. It's a good final so far, and I'm sure it'll be kept up too, because it's a cutthroat job. The loser just drops out completely, and here's Southby now in the back pocket for Carlton, going long across the flank. A beautiful kick again. Didn't high, but didn't take the ball. A big pack of players develops, and a free kick has been given to Adrian Gallagher. Gallagher's had 2 or 3 kicks, been pretty quiet. The leading light in the Carlton roving department so far has been Armstrong. Gallagher with his kick now up towards centre-half forward, finds the centre-half forward Robert Walls. He ducks around his opponent, gets kicks up towards Minot. Not a good piece of work by Walls then, because in being forced to kick under pressure, wasn't able to place his kick, and it's favoured the St Kilda defence rather than the Carlton attack.
Let's hear from Bob Skilton.
As Minot's kick goes off the side of the boot, but it's straight up the centre of the ground. Gallagher almost had possession. It's taken away from him by Corner. Corner with a short pass into Trott. He plays on, gets a handball through it to Theodore over the top of the ball. He's under a lot of pressure. Gets knocked away, but the ball's taken by Trott now. Trott puts a quick one down. Galt almost took the mark, but it's taken away now. They're almost taken by Davis. It was Hurst is over the back of the ball. Jones gets the ball as it comes flying out of the pack. Didn't know which way to go, then goes straight up the centre of the ground. Robertson spills the mark. It's taken by Mackay, who hand passes back to Robertson. A pass goes straight towards Jesaulenko. It's too short for Jesaulenko. He falls at the crucial stage. It's taken away by Basenko. Basenko attempts to pass to Trott. It's over his head, but he leads in the race for the ball. Kicks it straight off the ground. It comes off. O'Connell puts a short one into Chandler, and Chandler plays on, going straight down the centre of the ground. Walls at the back of the pack. Armstrong, Jesaulenko gets bustled aside, but it's called play on. as Armstrong comes through, throws the ball out in front of him. He's still there. Armstrong gets a poor kick, but it's taken by Robertson, fortunately for the Carlton side. He steadies play up, puts it down towards the square. It's Nichols and Minot. It's knocked away from Minot by Nichols, but taken by Moran. Moran drives the Saints out of danger with a deliberate kick along the ground. Goes straight over the line.
That was a Johnny Beckwith one too, I'll tell you.
Moran had nowhere to go and used a bit of common sense, kicking the ball along the ground as Nichols gets a knock. It's knocked on by Moran. He's chasing the ball close to the boundary line, does beat it. His kick's almost smothered by Jackson. The ball bounces, beats both Chandler and Elliott as Manzi takes the ball away, goes directly across the ground. It's Trott and Dixon, but Dixon, judging them off light of the ball better, takes the mark, plays on quickly, runs around Trott, goes straight down the centre of the ground. It's Armstrong from behind, but neither player can mark it. Jesaulenko's there with Neil. Neil's under pressure, but he gets the ball away. It's good play by Cowboy Neil as Neil drives the ball down towards the centre wing position, and it's Trott. Trott fumbles the mark though. Dool takes the ball away for Carlton. Puts a short one down. Theodore comes straight across in front of Armstrong. Theodore's on the half-back flank, normally the half-forward. Puts it in towards the centre of the ground, looking for Elliott. Elliott's under a lot of pressure as Keogh punches it away. It's Pays and Gallagher. Neither player worried about the ball. And young Corner playing a good game for the Saints. Drives it to Trott. Trott, a quick hand pass through to Green. Green down to Davis. He throws the ball out in front of him. Plays on around, puts the left foot towards the goal. It's into the square, but it's knocked away by Galt from Waite. Waite playing the ball on. Gets bustled aside by Lawrence. There's Neil's there, but a free kick has been paid. Umpire Coates indicating that a free kick has been paid. It looks like Vin Waite down there waiting for the ball to come back to him.
I don't think there was any doubt about that at all, Bob.
He was met fairly though, Mike. Lawrence stood his ground.
I don't think his mouth would agree with you.
Vin Waite putting the ball in towards centre half back. There's a pack of players there, but it's Alan Davis coming across in front of the pack to take a very strong mark. Davis has been a very active player so far for the Saints. There's Barry Lawrence, Jeff Southby, Peter Jones. Lawrence indicating to put the ball right down to the square. There's Alan Davis. He's about 55 yards out. This ball's right into the teeth of goal. Jones was up high, so too was Waite from behind. Fumbled it on the second occasion. Gets a hand pass through to Keogh. Keogh's in the clear, decides to bounce the ball. Running and chasing him is Lawrence. Keogh using his pace, throws the ball out, then is caught by Lawrence. It's an unfortunate one for those chasing the ball, but that's the way the umpire saw it, as Keogh on the half-back flank now. That run of Keogh's at least covered as far as the ball would have been kicked anyway. As Keogh drives the ball further around the centre wing position. Robertson in front of the pack takes the mark. Under a bit of pressure from Dittrich, but he's able to play on quickly. Drives the ball high and wide to the half-forward flank. Basenko punches the ball away from Walls. It's Moran leading the race for the ball, but the bounce of the ball beat him. Gallagher comes through. Manzi takes the ball off Gallagher and drives the ball wide, looking for Theodore, and finds Theodore on the half-forward flank. Theodore possibly having a run on the ball at the moment. He's been all over the ground lately. Theodore's kick goes straight in towards centre half forward, but it's Jones up high to take an uncontested mark.
16 minutes into the second quarter. Bobby.
Peter Jones just short of centre half back. Jones spending a little bit more time on the ball this week than in previous weeks as he drives the ball wide looking for Kevin Hall. The bounce of the ball goes over the top. It's taken by Keogh. He has plenty of time to steady up. Drives the ball in. It's Chandler of Carlton who fumbled the ball on the first occasion, but with nobody near him was able to steady and drive the ball down. Jesaulenko's out well in front of Neil. Fumbling the ball though. Can't quite gain possession. He's under a lot of pressure and I think very, very fortunate to come out with a free kick.
Oh, Ian.
I would not have given it to Jesaulenko on that occasion, but it's Coates that gives the free kicks that matter. As Galt's up high, punches the ball away. It goes towards Pays of St Kilda. He's well shepherded by his teammate in Colling. Pays steadies the play up, looking for Stuart Trott. Trott was up high and does the job by his teammate by getting over the top of Dixon and taking the mark. Stuart Trott with the drop punt. Not a particularly long one. It's Stevens up high, and Stevens, unfortunately for Stevens and St Kilda, umpire Coates does not agree with me and has paid the mark to Paul Hurst. I didn't think anybody else but Stevens touched the ball on that occasion as Hurst drives the ball over the centre of the ground. Mackay's up high. Yes, he does pull the ball in on the second occasion, but it's called play on. Armstrong comes away with it, drives it in towards centre half forward. Robertson was up higher. A real pack of players form Moran knocks the ball. Nichols knocks it on, but it goes straight to Manzi of St Kilda. Nichols coming back again, bustles Manzi out of the way, drives the ball through, but it's Judson of St Kilda who puts the ball out of danger. Elliott's leading in the race for the ball. He's got nobody near him at the moment. Elliott steadies play up, puts a left foot down to the half-forward flank. It's Hall who punts the ball away from Theodore, goes on after it, but unfortunately the bounce of the ball goes over the line. Jesaulenko in the hands of the trainers. You can see by his face then that he's in a bit of pain. It's back with Jones. Jones grabs the ball, a hand pass across to Armstrong. He drives the ball high and wide, looking for Jackson, and Jackson has judged the ball better than any of the other players being Moran and Minot, and Jackson has taken the mark. There's Jesaulenko.
His shoulder.
In a bit of trouble at the moment, Jesaulenko.
The doctor's going out.
As Jackson about to have his shot at goal from about 50 yards out on a pretty acute angle. Jackson's kick, it looks true, but unfortunately it's offline. Umpire indicating 1 point. There's the board. Carlton 6-7, St Kilda 7-11. As the doctor goes out to see Alex Jesaulenko. The ball put back into play. A great mark by Travis Pays. Jesaulenko, pain written all over his face there. Carlton fans will be really hoping that Jesaulenko can recover from this one. As the ball's back with Travis Pays. Pays going for the drop punt into the centre of the ground. Ditwich is up high. It's punched away from Ditwich. And Theodore comes through. A long hand pass by Theodore. Finds John Manzi. Manzi goes straight down the ground. It's towards the goal. It's going to bounce close to the goal. And it's a full points. Two Carlton players coming across there, but the bounce of the ball beat both players. And a great goal for the Saints then from the boot of John Manzi. And we mustn't forget the good piece of play by young Stephen Theodore. Theodore was the player who hand-pulled the long one out to Manzi. Board reading now, St Kilda going to 8 goals 11, Carlton 6 goals 7.
Jesaulenko's gone back to the full forward position. Probably jarred that shoulder when he went down under that pack before. Obviously he did. Let's hope he's okay. Back in the centre, Coates bounces the ball. Jones comes in there. Galt goes up with him, nullifying Jones' effort. Robertson comes in there, number 34. There could be another ball up until Jones gets it. Jones now down towards centre half forward. There's a chance for Basanko. Basanko goes to the wing position on the member stand side. Pays is racing for it, but after him he's got some opposition. Armstrong just couldn't get there. It's on the half forward flank for St Kilda on the member stand side. Forced by Breen over the line. A good effort from Breen. Good play from Bruce Dill to force him over the line too. Tap down from Jones, goes to Gallagher. Gallagher gets his kick forward, and the mark has been taken there by David Mackay. An easy mark in comparison to most of the ones we've seen today. Down forward it goes once again. Nichols is there. Robert Walls goes to the ground with the ball. Moran takes it on the half volley. He can't get a clean kick. Tackled by Jackson. In comes Armstrong, but Nick is there. Knocks the ball towards the pocket. It's knocked forward by Moran. It's over. It's over. Midway between the forward pocket and half forward flank for Carlton on the member stand side. They're kicking down to the Richmond end. The umpire is Ian Coates. Throw-in takes place. Nick goes there, knocks the ball away. A chance for Mackay. Couldn't get to it. Minot knocks the ball clear. They're fumbling there on the back line, St Kilda, until Moran kicks forward. And on the half-back flank, or a little short of the half-back flank, Stuart Trott takes the mark. Can St Kilda keep this up? The kick goes towards Elliott. Elliott takes the mark on the half-back flank proper. Elliott's kick now goes up towards the half-forward flank. Big Jones is up in front. It's his mark for mine. St Kilda fans are going crook a bit, but Jack Hill, the blind miner, could see that. A short one to Keogh on the wing. Keogh tries to get it in towards centre half forward. The bounce of the ball beats Robert Walls, picked up by Travis Pays. Pays of St Kilda now in towards centre half forward. Breen is there, and Breen is penalised for pushing out. That was the other way around, I think, Ronnie, wasn't it?
Yeah, I agree, Mike. Definitely a free kick to Breen there, but anyhow, Wade takes the opportunity to pass up towards the centre half forward position for Carlton. Manzi coming through, relieves the pressure with a kick wide to the wing. Breen's in there, takes the front position. No, it's not Breen. Young Theodore allows a bit of a yike there. Davis is in there, so's Hurst. Tempers are rising, but Theodore takes the mark, a good mark too, and comes through, goes on his left foot naturally, that being his usual kicking foot, goes up towards Robertson. Robertson knocks down The crumb is taken by Alex Jesaulenko, who goes long up towards John Nichols. He manoeuvres in front of Minot there at the last moment and takes an easy chest mark, but uses his judgment and experience there. He's giving Minot a bit of worry in the back pocket, although he's far from the back pocket right now. He's in almost a true centre-half forward position, dead in front of goal, and he's kicked one already. A magnificent goal earlier in the first quarter. It's not a particularly good kick. It may just get the distance. It is. Any kick that brings up a goal is a good kick, so I'm incorrect there. And that's, again, a captain's goal. We mentioned John Nichols' first goal that he got in the first quarter was a captain's goal because it kept Carlton well within range. Not that there's been a big difference between the two sides so far, but certain stages of a game mean that you've got to kick a goal to keep within reach. And John Nichols has just kicked another one. He's certainly answering his critics today. There's the bounce. Minot, McKay. McKay gets the knock, taken by Keogh. Keogh's been ineffective today with his little left foot kick. There's another one, only high, but it goes to the half-forward flank. Colling knocks forward. Gallagher's in there. Robert Walls comes down, ducks around. Well done. Up towards Nichols once again. Nichols has the ball, punched away from him by Galt. Jackson's in there. He's like a little worm. Jesaulenko, the second wicket, call him. His kick's long. Oh, Neil fumbled the ball. Gets away with it though. Through there is Davis. Dodges around John Nichols and goes wide to the wing, trying to find Trott. Trott almost took a one-hander. The bounce favours Trott. Trott kicks off the ground. The bounce favours Breen. Breen coming in. The ball. Well,
hit the top of the post.
It's hit the knob right on top of the post. Hits the top of the post, and that makes the score, as far as hitting the post is concerned, one each for both sides.
Oh, you should get 3 points for the knob.
Well, he's a real knob of a player, is Barry Breen. That was a great piece of work there. Southby now with the kick go long to the flank. The usual 70-yarder from Southby, perhaps 68. Anyhow, the ball comes to ground. There's Elliott battling for the ball. He's handled a bit by McKay. Dodges around, eventually gets his kick out wide towards Theodore. Theodore has the opportunity to hand pass here, doesn't do so, goes towards Stevens, almost gets him too. Jones is in there. Stevens is also in there. What'll happen here?
Ball up.
We can see umpire Coates, who's done a fairly good job, although a couple of decisions over the past 10 minutes avert St Kilda supporters, and quite rightly so, has done a fairly good job. Lawrence there tries to kick off the ground to get a goal. Stanley Matthews. Southby, hand pass across here to O'Connell. O'Connell goes for a silly short pass in the back line, left foot at that. And out of it all comes a free kick to Stuart Trott. Stuart Trott come well down from the wing. He's on the true half-forward flank, about 60 yards from goal, well out there. Here's a short pass target, which he's picked out and picked up very well. A bad mistake there by Carlton to leave Gary Colling all on his own. Collings hasn't decreased the angle much, but at least he's sneaked in about another 20 yards further to goal. He put the ball right up in the opposite forward pocket. A big pack of players there, almost to Mark Edison Kilda. A push in the back there.
Free kick.
Yes, against Vin Waite. This is one of Vin Waite's weaknesses, of course. Those of you who watch the replays and follow the football know that once or twice a game that Vin Waite does give away an unnecessary free kick, and there's one to Theodore, who is shooting for goal, will kick from about the 25 to 30 yard mark, dead in front of goal, going for his first. It's gone well off the side. In fact, it's out of bounds on the full. Well, there's an opportunity, a big opportunity missed, and Vin Waite will be breathing normally once again. He's taking the free kick too, funnily enough, for the out of bounds on the full effort by Theodore.
And I'm sure our friends through Channel 7 in Perth, through CTC in Canberra, and our friends in Launceston, Hobart in Tasmania, and of course Channel 7 in Adelaide, and relay stations throughout Australia are enjoying this tremendously. St Kilda going forward once again. Another poor kick sends the ball over the boundary line in the pocket, forward pocket that is, on the outer side of the ground. St Kilda getting the opportunities, but poor kicking is costing them. Up goes Jones in front of Galt. The ball suddenly disappears and nobody able to break through until Waite comes in, juggles the ball between his legs, and a free kick is going Carlton's way. St Kilda fans not too happy with Ian Coates, as Ron Barassi pointed out. as Mackay kicks to the wing position on the outer side of the ground. A glorious mark to Ian Robertson. Robertson breaks clear now, puts his left boot into it. A kick down to centre half forward. Dittrich flies up there. It comes to Gallagher, playing the roving game well. Gallagher's kick doesn't travel a great distance. Here's Judson of St Kilda, stands aside. Big Nick dives on top of the ball, taken by Jesaulenko. His kick is smothered by Neil, taken by Gallagher. Gallagher down now to the forward zone. Oh! Moran marks. And that's a hard way to get him, Jeffrey boy. It's called play on. Moran now kicks to the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground. Oh, Manzi! 3 bites of it then. Thought he'd lost that for sure. Manzi, a beautiful kick as usual to the half-forward flank on that outer side. Colling with the ball. A long hand pass over to Theodore. Theodore tries to get it to Corner. Corner knocks it away. But here we find Carlton's defence standing firm again. The ball is taken by Armstrong. Armstrong to the half-forward flank on the outer side. The ball taken by Manzi. Couldn't get a clean kick at it. Eventually puts a left foot up with the half-forward flank on the outer side. It's Corner. Corner of St Kilda down forward, taken by Galt. Galt's got an open paddock. He kicks down forward. Oh, well offline.
The reason Galt was on his own then, Mike, there's Vin White down on the ground. It looks like a bad ankle injury. Galt all on his own there for some few moments as White's been on the ground for a number of minutes.
Southby kicking out from the back pocket on the outer side. Kicks, the siren goes, ending the second quarter. It was a beauty. With the scoreboard reading, Carlton 7-7-49 to St Kilda 8-12-60. The MCG, it's umpire Ian Coates holding the ball aloft, preparatory to bouncing it, starting the third quarter of the preliminary final, St Kilda and Carlton. As they go into the third quarter, it's Carlton 7-7 and St Kilda 8-12. Lucas is on for Carlton, and Waite, who limped off at the end of the second quarter, is off. Lucas on, Waite off for Carlton. Here's a chance for Galt now to go forward. His long hand pass is intercepted by Dool of Carlton. Dool up towards centre half forward, taken by Jackson. Jackson, a beautiful pass out to Jesaulenko, and he's marked it. Beautiful pass from Jackson. Jesaulenko's kick 2. He would be 35 to 40 yards out, directly in front, kicking up to the scoreboard end of the MCG. Jesaulenko, it's on its way. Goal umpire running to one side. The result is one behind. And the old clapper, Perce Jones, wrings his hands in anguish. 7-8-50 now, the Blues to St Kilda 8-12-60. 10 points the difference. Cowboy Neal about to kick out from the scoreboard end. Apparently he's going to favour the outer side. There's his kick-off. It's not a bad one either. Bit of a floater. Players go up for it. No mark to Colling. Taken there by Stevens. Stevens goes to the wing position on the outer side. Trotter's racing for it. Lucas, number 7, who's just come on, joins in the chase. But over the line goes the ball. There'll be a throw-in on the wing position on the outer side of the ground. Still anybody's game. Who'll go into the grand final against Richmond? Dittrich gets into the back of Nichols. You could see that quite clearly. And Big Nick will take the resultant free. Slap bang on the wing position on the outer side. The big fella, the captain and coach of the Blues, kicks in towards centre half forward. No mark, but it's taken by Robert Walls. Walls down forward, but it's well offline. Might not have St Kilda racing for it, but it beats him over the boundary line. There'll be a throw-in in Carlton's forward pocket on the member stand side now. Carlton kicking up to the scoreboard end. Jones and Minot doing battle. Jones taps it away. Jackson comes in there, but it's Walls with possession. Walls screws it around. It's juggled there and kicked out of danger by Basenko. In comes Robertson. Robertson of Carlton screws it around. Here's a go. Oh, Jesaulenko copped it hard. No free kick. He's bleeding too. As the throw-in takes place in the forward pocket for Carlton on the member stand side. Keogh grabs the ball and he's grabbed in turn. Knocked away by Dittrich. Jones dives at it. Here's a go. Colling on the bottom of that, and Colling gets a free. Colling now plays on immediately. Jesaulenko still in the hands of the trainers. He was there midway through the second quarter when he came down heavily on his shoulder, and this looks like a cut on the head this time. There they go. Theodore, could have been a free kick. In comes Trott, but Dixon's battling one. There's Jesaulenko. Throw-in takes place. Nichols is there. Up goes Breen in front. gets dragged a bit, but the ball is picked up there by Chandler. Can't go anywhere with it. A stalemate and a ball up by umpire Ian Coates. On St Kilda's half-forward flank on the outer side. The ball is bounced. Elliott and Nichols. Nichols gets a tap away. Stevens has the sit here, but he's in a bit of trouble, but eventually gets his kick down towards the pocket, but puts it over the boundary line on the full. Between the pocket and half-forward flank for St Kilda on the outer side. O'Connell to take the kick. Bobby Skilton.
John O'Connell, the Carlton back pocket player. O'Connell's kick, it's a good-looking kick, well over the centre line. Dittrich up high, punches the ball away. It's a long punch taken by Kevin Hall, but he fumbles it. Trott couldn't take possession either. And a free kick has been paid, and it looks like it'll be taken by Neil Chandler. Chandler playing in the centre for the Carlton side. Chandler's kick, it's a high floating kick in towards centre half forward. Walls was up high but couldn't take the mark. Moran coming away with the ball, was smothered there. There's a pack forming and umpire Coates has no hesitation but to come in and bounce the ball. From the bounce, it's Dittrich and Nichols. Neither player can really get a clear knock. It comes out to Colling with a long hand pass over to Stevens. Stevens drives the ball down. It goes straight through centre half forward. Coming out for Carlton is Southby, a good piece of defensive player. Southby drives the ball wide to the centre wing position and finds his wingman in David Dixon. Dixon's kick, it's a long torpedo punt. Dittrich is up high, almost a good mark by Dittrich, but he couldn't hold the ball. Gallagher was over the top, should have been a free kick. It will be a free kick. As Adrian Gallagher untangles himself from Gary Colling. Gallagher's on the half-forward line for the Carlton side at the present time. Gallagher drives the ball down, looking for Jesaulenko. Kneels there, punches the ball away. It comes through to Jackson. He gets a hand pass through. It's taken by Jesaulenko. Hilks the ball back towards the big ones. It's full for Carlton. A great goal to Jesaulenko. His third. Carlton's 8th, and there's only 4 points separating the two sides now, with Carlton 8-8, St Kilda 8-12. Although Jesaulenko was who kicked that one, great credit must go to Sid Jackson, who showed tremendous courage then to, as he was falling to the ground, get a long hand pass down to Jesaulenko.
Jesaulenko still bleeding from the nose and mouth area. Up goes Nichols, takes the ball. A long hand pass. It's going to be intercepted by Moran. Moran puts his boot right into that one. Sends it deep into the forward zone. Lawrence goes up. Gold comes out. Gold steadies. He kicks. The equaliser. Oh, we're in business here at the MCG. That's Gold's second. And you're watching it through Channel 7 in Melbourne. The preliminary final. Carlton and St Kilda. And there's the scoreboard. We are 6 minutes into the third quarter. Ron Barassi, comment.
Well, from a Carlton's point of view, that's a poor goal, because they got within 4 points, and St Kilda, like a side in command, answered straight away with the equaliser, as Michael called it, and Galt came in, whipped it down from the crumb, picked it up beautifully and rammed it home. So it was a good goal for St Kilda, and Carlton are set once again to have to haul back a lead. There's the big duel. Nichols and Dittrich. Nichols all over, and a St Kilda opponent there in the form of Glenn Elliott, who's in the centre of the ground exactly, goes long towards centre half forward. A big pack of players develop. McKay comes through with the ball from the crumb, kicks it up towards Elliott once again. Elliott's played quite a serviceable game for his side today. Goes long up towards the half forward flank, trying to find Breen. Dill almost away, a free kick there. Comes in there, spoils his opponent. Well, there's a free kick that I complained about before, which went against Carlton. I complained about the same thing there, because whilst it's a kick off the ground, I can't see the possibility of any danger, and that was what the rule was brought in for. However, his Hurst kick goes long up towards the half-forward flank. Robert Walls in there, kicks off the ground, no danger of trying to anybody. Gallagher fumbles the ball, allows Dittrich to come in, drives up towards centre half-forward, where McKay coming across, beats Gold on occasion and takes a fine defensive mark.
Dittrich is bleeding from the nose, Ronnie. Got a biff there, but he's okay, as we saw just a few moments ago. Walls goes up there, couldn't hold the mark, taken by Elliott. Back towards centre half forward for the Saints now. The pack flies, no mark, they've lost sight of the ball. O'Connell comes in there, a chance for Davis. Davis under the bottom of that. In comes Chandler. Chandler now. Armstrong gets it out to the half-back flank on the outer side. Taken there by Stuart Trott. Trott down towards the pocket. It beats everybody. Stevens comes in, and look at this for a go. There's little corner, he's pushed in the back. He's in the corner all right. He's on a bad angle. Ian Corner, playing his first full game, has kicked 2 up till now. He will be kicking from no more than about 15 yards out. But he's on an acute angle. Doesn't need to be a masterly kick to steer it through. He's going for it too. He kicks. He's put it through. Oh, blimey.
A well-directed kick. He looked as all the way as though he knew what he was doing. And there's the board. Carlton 8 goals 8, trailing St Kilda 10 goals 12. Well, it's virtually 3 goals that Carlton need at the moment. As umpire Ian Coates bounces the ball in the centre. It's Elliott who gets a big knock. It's taken by Manzi, but a free kick has been previously paid and will be taken to big John Nichols. All I can assume on that occasion was that Nichols had been shepherded out. Ball back with Nichols. Manzi in a little bit of trouble on the ground. Nichols, a short pass. It's taken by Chandler. He gets a hand pass through to Robertson. Robertson goes on to Kevin Hall. Hall goes down. He drives it towards the big ones. It's Jones and Minot's there, but the ball goes through for 1 point.
Jones is going crook. Look at him.
Not too happy with umpire Coates. He didn't get a free kick on that.
I was inclined to think he should have got one.
I'd agree. There's Jones and Minot. 15 points separating the two sides as Cowboy Neal's about to put the ball back into play. Going to the outer side of the ground. It's a good kick by Neal. A long... Nichols was up high. Comes through to Hurst. Couldn't take possession of the ball. He's still there though. Drives the ball through the pack. Comes out with it on this time. Goes down to the half-forward line. And a great mark by Cowboy Neal. Very well judged mark. Jesaulenko having no chance of getting that ball as the kick was far too high for him. Neal's kick goes up to the centre wing position. The ball comes to burst through. It's Stuart Trott who comes out. Blind turns, swings around, runs around Chandler. Puts the ball on the left footing towards centre half forward, but it's O'Connell of Carlton. A very timely mark behind John Stevens.
St Kilda still a man short as Manzi is down in the centre of the ground, receiving attention there. What seems to be a leg injury. The ball now going forward for the Blues to the centre half-forward position. It fell into the arms of Robert Walls. Literally fell in. Walls now goes out a little bit wide. The ball is blocked there by Theodore. He can't go anywhere, but he's going to get a free. Pretty cool, little Steve. The kick now goes wide to the flank. It's going to be too wide, I think. Yes, it's over the boundary line. Gary Collin came in, but he just couldn't get to it. It was far too wide. And now it's on Carlton's half-forward flank on the member stand side. Percy goes up the lone hand, but it was shark there by Dittrich. Dittrich to the wing position on the member stand side. Taken by Keogh. Keogh for Carlton in towards centre half-forward. Plenty of bustling there in the packs. Jackson gets his boot hurriedly to the ball. Up towards the pocket on the member stand side. They're battling there. Robertson's in that lot. Jesaulenko gets to it. Jesaulenko down forward. No mark, however. Look at this. Nichols knocks it forward. Kevin Hall. Judson kicks it away. Hall is still going. Basenko kicks it further afield. And I think it's gone out on the full. Out on the full. Kevin Hall to take it. What a game. Coming up to the 12-minute mark in the third quarter. Carlton 8-9 to St Kilda 10-12. Hall, there's Manzi still getting treatment. The physiotherapist out to him there. The kick now from Hall, lobbing almost on the edge of the goal square. They all went up before acceptances. Plenty of St Kilda defenders there, but it's Robert Walls. Walls hooks it around. Nichols is racing for it. He's bundled out of position. Knocked away there by Cowboy Neal. Over the line, there'll be a throw-in. And Big Nick is running in, talking to the umpire. Hello. Umpire Coates ran into Nick. And that's not a very healthy thing to do, even if it's an accident, because there's plenty of Nick, as you can see. Up he goes behind Minot, gets a tap away. It's Jesaulenko trying to pick it up. The worm turning and twisting. Over to Jackson. Jackson breaks clear. He shoots. He's put it through. That's Jackson's second. We are 13 minutes into the third quarter, and there's the scoreboard. Carlton 9-9-63 to St Kilda 10-12-72. 9 points the difference. There's John Manzi. He's up now. Mobile once again. Wilbaras We've had our money's worth right up until now, and I think we're going to get it until the final siren.
It's been tremendous there as Minor goes for the knock in the centre. Page couldn't take it, but Keogh does. Balks his opponent, goes for a long kick up towards centre half forward. Carlton need a result here as Hurst takes the crumb. It's not a good kick. It goes quickly through past Dickrich and through for 1 point. I was going to mention, Mike, before about Sid Jackson. I was talking to him before the match in the room, and there's the scoreboard showing Carlton 9 points behind. But getting back to Sid here, I've never seen him so obviously desirous of really putting in a great effort today. And I think Carlton can, their hopes rest upon fellas like Jesaulenko and Jackson. That the last 2 goals have come up because of cooperation between these two. There's a kick out from Neil. Goes towards the half-back flank. Page has got the box seat at the moment. Overruns the ball. Dixon's there. Kicks off the ground. No free kick. Coming through there was Judson, who takes a chance to relieve the pressure. Page fumbles the ball. He's not having a good day, but gets the hand pass across to Stuart Clott. It goes long down towards Lawrence. Lawrence leading in the race for the ball. He won't have much rest from Southby there. Southby's got tremendous pace. He's got pace to burn, and he certainly can cover Lawrence in this direction. The ball goes out of bounds now between the half-back flank and the back pocket for the Carlton side. Jones and Galt. Jones gets the knockout. It's overrun, but it's taken by Armstrong. Armstrong been a prolific kick getter so far. Goes towards the wing. A big leap by Chandler. St Kilda can weigh the hand pass and the short pass to Barry Breen. Probably didn't gain much distance, but a good result perhaps. If we can see Breen, who's kicked one, put this right into the square, or perhaps if he gets on it, would get the distance. It's a long way out now. It's going to fall short into the hands of Percy Jones. Jones has the ball knocked away. Southby chops off his opponent, breaks up towards the wing position where it's a good kick that it favours Moran, Sid Jackson's opponent. There's Ian Robertson over him, making sure he doesn't hand pass to anybody in particular, but he plays on, breaks through up towards centre half forward where a big pack of players fly. McKay was going to run away with the ball before he actually got it and fumbled the ball because of it. A battle of players there. McKay once again a bit slow, goes for the hand pass, has it knocked away from him. Theodore's in there. So's Chandler, who eventually gets away with the ball up towards the wing position where we see Trott and Dixon battle for the ball. Trott's got the pace and the experience, but young Dixon's no slouch either. He's covering the ball well, his buddy is Trott. Eventually gets the hand pass away. Well done, Trott. Page was the recipient of the hand pass and had plenty of time, and he gets towards corner, but corner has the ball knocked away by Jones. Dools' kick was smothered. Chandler gets the kick, and the pressure's really on at this stage. Jesaulenko and Walls in a race for the ball. Jesaulenko will lead here with his pace, but slips at the crucial moment. Hand passes toward Page. Colling it is. Colling hand passes toward Judson. Not a good one. Minot's there. As well shepherded by his teammate. Gets his kick up towards the centre half forward position where Southby goes the big punch. It's basketball here as it's knocked away by Dool. It comes to Robertson. Robertson handballs to Lucas. Lucas has time to deliver the ball properly. Does not do so, but puts Hurst in the run for the ball where he's favourite opportunity. He's on his wrong foot. He beats Davis. Goes for the big square where it's Nichols. No, yes it is. It's Nichols and Dittrich, but the ball beats both of those players and out of bounds in the Carlton forward pocket out of the side of the ground. This is Carlton's big chance to score.
Somebody will have to crack here soon. Yes,
the pressure's on, Mike, and St Kilda with the lead at the moment. They're in the best position, but Carlton are keeping coming back. So a score here is vital. It goes to ground. Judson's in the race for the ball. Jesaulenko, the worm's there. He's got the chance now. It's not a good kick from Jezza, unusually poor, because we saw him kick a goal a good 10 minutes ago from a similar sort of position, even harder than that, and he screwed it right round over opponents and threw for a goal. But not on that occasion, and it went out of bounds on the full, taken by Neil Jesaulenko.
Coming up to the 17.5-minute mark into the third quarter of the preliminary final. Manzi, he's limping again, but he took the mark. And a 15-yard penalty. Hurst was creeping up. Now it's Robertson on the mark. Manzi tries one to the wing position on the member stand side. The pack flies. Big Jones went up there, but stiff not to get that one. The ball taken there by Keogh. It struggled towards Gallagher. Gallagher kicks it in towards centre half forward for the Blues. The big men fly. The ball's knocked away. A chance for Davis to pick up here. He does so. He's playing well, Davis. To the wing position. Minot's there. And the Sun had him puzzled for a moment, but he took a strong mark. Why not now? Down towards centre half forward. Breen falls over and Dool marks. Dool now tries a hand pass. This comes off. Over there to Armstrong. Armstrong to the half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground. Could easily have been a mark there to Kevin Hall, but Colling comes out with it. Gary Colling of St Kilda to the half-forward flank for the Saints on the outer side. Elliott takes it, he runs into trouble, he'll get a free. O'Connell a bit stiff. Haven't got much time in this game to look whether the bloke's got the ball or not. The kick now going further downfield, and a mark in the fence by Bruce Dool. Green, his opponent, has been in bed all week with the flu, but Dool nevertheless is playing well. His kick is Australia. Minot standing there just short of the centre, between centre and centre half forward, takes the mark. Brian Minot about to drive the Saints into attack. Not a bad kick, almost to the edge of the goal square. Big Jones backs back there. Mackay was in that lot too, and Rodney Gold on the bottom. He pushed it forward, Lawrence off the ground, hit the post. But the umpire had blown the whistle. There'll be no score registered, there'll be a ball up. A ball up, right on the edge of the St Kilda goals. The bounce. Jones, Galt. Jones gets a tap away, taken there by Mackay. His kick goes out towards a half-back flank on the men to stand side, taken by Robertson. He was off. But he'll be given a kick. Ian Coates a little behind that one. A hand pass over to Dool. Oh boy, that's really looking for trouble. But it goes to Gallagher. Gallagher's clear. Gallagher down forward. Jesaulenko. And now his leg's gone. He's had more troubles than a dog's got fleas today. The shoulder, the nose, and now the leg. And he's kicked 3 into the bargain. I suppose if you had Cowboy Neil falling all over, it wouldn't do you much good. Jesaulenko, he's on an angle. He's only about 25, 30 yards out, kicking up to the scoreboard end. It's on its way. This looks a better kick. Oh, no worries. The goal umpire never moved an inch. Right through the centre. And Bobby, what about it?
There's Jesaulenko in the screen at the moment. Obviously all right. I think Neil actually stood on his foot after Jesaulenko had taken that mark. It was an accident, but Jesaulenko looks quite all right. Only 2 points separating the two sides as Carlton are fighting back bit by bit. 10-10 Carlton, 10-12 St Kilda. Back with umpire Ian Coates. It's Dittrich and Jones. Jones gets a knock. It's taken by Gallagher. Gallagher's kick is off the side of the boot, but it covers a fair amount of ground. Jesaulenko's there again. A long hand pass by Jesaulenko. It's over the top of Jackson. Moran takes the ball, gets a left footer, gets him out of trouble, but it goes to Robertson. He spills the mark. He recovers quickly, drives the ball down. It's a long kick by Robertson. It's offline. It's close to the boundary line, almost over on the full. Umpire indicating that it was touched by Walls just prior to going over the line, and the boundary umpire will come around and throw the ball
21 minutes into the third quarter.
2 points separating the sides as Carlton are into attack. From the knock, it's Nichols, the 2 number 2s, Nichols and Minot. Moran grabs the ball, gets a left foot, it's knocked on by Minot. Jesaulenko's there, so too is Manzip. The ball beats both players over the line, and we'll find a throw in, this time on the half-forward flank for Carlton. Members stand side of the ground. There's Nichols and Dittrich jostling for position, the pair of them. Nichols gets a knock. Moran's there, so was Jackson. It's knocked on by Chandler. Chandler recovers quickly, gets a hand pass towards Keogh. It's over past Keogh. He uses his pace to get past Dittrich. He's under pressure by the Carlton St Kilda side. He's held when not in possession, and it's Keogh who'll take the kick on the true half-forward flank. Tries to play on, but umpire Coates has no hesitation in bringing Keogh back to kick behind the mark. Travis Pay's there with umpire Coates. Keogh just coming into the picture. Keogh would be 50 yards out from goal. You can see just in from the boundary line. Keogh goes for a short one, looking for Jesaulenko and finds him. Cowboy Neil, I would say, fortunate not to get a 15-yard penalty. Jesaulenko taking his time, but obviously not hurt on that occasion, just taking plenty of time to recover. Well, Jesaulenko has the chance of putting Carlton in front, I would say, for the first time. He's in almost a similar position to where he kicked the last goal. Yes! Not quite as straight, but still full points, and that's Jesaulenko's 5th goal. Well, many people have said whether Jesaulenko should play in the centre or whether he should play centre half, full forward, and he's kicked 5 out of Carlton's 11 So I'm certain that John Nichols will be particularly happy with the fact that Jesaulenko is lined up at full forward
He's
today.
kicked 3 in this quarter, Bobby.
3 in this quarter, 11-10 Carlton, and they've hit the front.
At
4
the
points up.
23-minute mark into the third quarter. There's Stuart Trott now, about to drive the Saints into attack. What can they do? The ball bounces awkwardly. It's taken by Davis. Davis swings it around, but he's well off line. It's over on the full. And the kick will be taken by Southby. Could be Breen's gone to full forward and Lawrence out to centre half forward. The ball's kicked to the flank position on the outer side of the ground. And a beautiful mark has been taken there by Dixon of Carlton. Dixon now over the wing, up towards the half-forward flank for the Blues on the outer side. Walls leading in the race for the ball. Bosanko after him. Bosanko gets a front posse, but Walls is sticking to his guns. They take the ball over the boundary line, almost the boundary umpire with them, and there'll be a throw-in on Carlton's half-forward flank on the outer side of the ground. Coming up to the time-on period in the third quarter. Nichols goes up there. Gold gets the tap down. But corner couldn't quite get a decent kick in. It goes to Moran. Moran now down towards centre half forward. But Dool, he's going to do the same to Lawrence as he did to Breen apparently. Takes the mark. Dool up towards centre half forward for the Blues. The pack flies. Galt comes out with the ball. He'll be paid the mark. 11-10 Carlton. 10-12 St Kilda. That makes it 4 points of difference. The kick going down to centre half forward for the Blues. Dittrich comes out there, couldn't take it, but gets it across to Manzi. Manzi's kick is a short one. Colling collides there. In comes Lawrence. His kick is smothered. Colling's in trouble as the ball is taken by Dool. Dool down towards centre half forward, and Jackson, a fantastic mark. Came like a jack in the box. And there's Colling as Jackson takes his kick now from the half-forward flank on the member stand side. Minot's in front, Big Nick goes. The ball is knocked away. Jesaulenko goes after it, but the ball beats him over the boundary line in the forward pocket on the member stand side. Into time on now, 25.5 minutes coming up in the third quarter. The ball knocked clear, taken there by Corner. Corner tries for the centre, doesn't come off. Kevin Hall's in the way, but the ball comes down to Armstrong. Armstrong of Carlton. Jesaulenko's there. Neil knocks it away. Keogh comes in. Keogh is held. No free kick, however. And umpire Ian Coates will bounce the ball. A very testing period for both sides, Ronnie.
Yes, a goal needed here by both sides, Mike, as it's just about even. Walls goes for knock, taken by Gallagher. Gallagher screws up towards Jesaulenko, knock it across. He does so. Cross to Nichols, who has a chance there. Oh, a hand pass intercepted beautifully by Neil there. Fantastic piece of interception by Neil. Stopped a certain goal. There's Jesaulenko with a kick off the ground. The Worm acting a part of the soccer player on that occasion, which of course he once was up in Canberra, but only scored a point on that occasion. Well, that's a certain let-off for the St Kilda side. A great piece of football by both sides there. One attacking, one defensive. There's Neil going for the short pass. First time you've seen him do it today. It comes off. It was well done out to Judson. Judson goes long to the wing where Lucas, the 19th man who's come on in place of Wade, does battle. Gives away a free kick on that occasion to Gary Colling. And Colling will take his kick on the outer side of the ground on the true wing position. Oh, there's some lax play on part of Carlton. Finding Trott on his own. He goes for goal. But it's offside. It's similar to Alan Davis's kick 5 minutes ago, and the same man will take the free kick out of bounds on the full. Jeff Southby. You can see Stuart Trott there, hammer his fist there. He's in dismay. He'd be most disgusted with himself there. Southby with the kick goes long to almost the wing position. A great kick. A big pack of players fly. Doesn't go to anybody, but coming through there was Gallagher, but Dixon chipped in. Goes for the short pass right across the ground. Finds Robertson. No nearer goal. In fact, they're further from goal, if anything. Robertson goes for the big drop kick. Walls flies. Almost takes the mark. Got his hand to it, but Bosanko playing a good game. Comes through. Up to Manzi. The bounce favours Manzi twice there. A battle for the ball on the ground. Herson there. Knocks it across to Armstrong. Armstrong drops the ball. Oh, very lucky on that occasion. I would have given it a free kick against Armstrong there, but umpire Coates disagrees with me once again. Armstrong now with his kick on the true half-back flank position will send the ball well up towards the field for Carlton. Goes towards the centre of the ground. Robert Walls is there. A big pack of players go, and Minot comes through with the mark. outnumbered there with Robert Wald, but and outmarked as well. His kick, Minot's kick goes up towards the centre half forward position. It comes to ground. A good tackle there by Lucas. A good tackle by Lawrence on Duel. Armstrong once again goes wide at the wing. There's nobody there except Manzi. Manzi has the bounce go against him. Robertson comes through. The bounce tripped to the opponents again. Minot there. Tackled by Gallagher. The bounce favours Manzi. Manzi beautifully hand passed it off to Theodore. Back to Minot with the hand pass. Good play by St Kilda there up towards the full forward zone. O'Connell beating the top of the pack. Hand pass across eventually to Kevin Hall. Kevin Hall, his pace, finds Robertson. Robertson will just underneath the ball. A poor pass by Kevin Hall. Manzi takes the ball. Back again. This time St Kilda win through with their attacking efforts and Lawrence takes the mark. Plenty of pressure here on.
Davis is down. Pardon me, Ronnie. Davis, I think, is down over there on the other side.
Yes, there's players going down willy-nilly in this particular quarter.
Looks like a leg injury.
3 down, or possibly an ankle, Mike, at this stage. However, let's look at Lawrence now. He's kicked 1 goal, coming in from 25 yards out. Usually a very good kick. Another out of bounds on the full. Well, St Kilda are certainly making the job very hard for themselves. And there's the siren gone.
And at 3/4 time, the scoreboard at the MCG in the 72 preliminary final reads Carlton 11-11-77, leading St Kilda 10-12-72. This is Michael Williamson at the MCG, welcoming you to the final quarter of the preliminary final, Carlton versus St Kilda. As we go into the final stanza, it's Carlton leading by 5 points and kicking down to the Richmond end. But they've been turned out there by Alan Davis. St Kilda now have got the ball on their half-forward flank on the member stand side. Picked up by O'Connell. O'Connell gets it across here, and finally it's Lucas getting the ball forward. Taken there by Gallagher. Gallagher now kicks to the half-forward flank on the member stand side. Jostling going on. Davis a bit stiff not to get a free kick out of this. But it's Moran. Moran to the half-forward flank for St Kilda, but finds Gallagher there. We welcome Ron Barassi to the Channel 7 telecast of the preliminary final last quarter, and Triple Brownlow medalist Bobby Skilton. Bobby.
As it's knocked on by Walls, goes towards Hurst of Carlton. He tries to break past Neil, but unfortunately could not get past Neil, but it's a free kick. Free kick has been paid here to Hurst. I think Kevin Neil was very unfortunate. It was a case of both players coming head-on towards each other, and although Hurst did come off second best in tripping over Neil, I don't think it was any fault of Neil's, nor would I have given it, even though from an accident point of view, as Hurst drives the ball straight across the face of goal. The pack flyers, Minot knocks it away. Judson grabs the ball. His kick smothered as it goes close to the boundary line. It's Chandler and Colling. The ball's very close. It's swung back into play by Chandler. There's a pack of players forming, and umpire Ian Coates running across the ground now, I believe, will bounce the ball. Halfway between the forward pocket, half-forward flank, outer side of the ground. An awkward-looking bounce goes from to Ditteridge. Pays, can't get his foot to the ball. Chandler of Carlton grabs the ball, runs around, going further away from goal, swings it straight across towards Jesaulenko. It's too high for him as Neil bursts straight down the ground. He's under pressure. It's called play on as Hurst grabs the ball, puts it down towards goal. It's off side of his boot though, and it's close with the boundary line. Runs back into play. It's running towards the line now. It just beats Brian Minot, and we'll find a throw in about 25 yards around from the behind post. From the throw-in, it's Jones and Minot. Minot gets a knock. It's close to Jackson. Jackson and Gallagher. Gallagher's over the ball. Through comes Corner. Corner and Basenko. There's a pack of players forming once again, and umpire Coates has no hesitation in bouncing the ball.
Ron Barassi, anybody's game.
It is, Mike. It's a tight game, and this last quarter, of course, is the one that counts. Both sides are evenly matched virtually so far. Jones and Ditteridge. Ditteridge gets a knock clearly over towards Elliott. Has the ball smothered by Dixon. The ball beats Travis Pays over the line, virtually on the half-forward flank, the true half-forward flank, inner side of the ground for the Carlton side. Nichols and Ditteridge this time. Up goes Ditteridge, gets the knock down to Trott. He can't get his kick, he's under tremendous pressure, but is held while trying to get his kick over the shoulder, I think, according to the umpire's signals. And Stuart Trott will take the kick in that position, the half-forward flank for the Carlton side. He goes long up to the half-forward flank for his own side, and Breen almost took the mark. I'm sorry, it was Elliott. Dual hand pass. A hand pass from Armstrong. I had to laugh there because we've been criticising young Barry Armstrong for his inability to see a hand pass target and do it. That time he gave one. It wasn't a player it was a player who's under pressure. There's Ditteridge there. Gave a free kick away to John Nichols. No, it wasn't a free kick.
Away.
Big Nick won't be too happy about that, but Big Carl will. He takes the kick now, goes to the drop punt. Up towards Dool and Lawrence. Dool in the favourite position, but Lawrence knocks the ball away. Dool's there. Hand pass across the Hall now. Hall's there. Has time to get his kick. Up towards the half-forward flank for the St Kilda side. The tongue comes to Carlton. Lucas it is. Streaks away up towards the centre half-forward position where Robert Walls has the ball. Punched away. Chandler roving brilliantly. Or taking the crumb beautifully. Gets the break. Forges through. He's going to have a shot at goal. It looks pretty good. It's coming in. It's a goal. A great goal to Neil Chandler. Took the opportunity. There he is, Neil Chandler, the forgotten man on the Carlton side. He's had a rough year with injuries. He's been on the bench a couple of times, but that goal will certainly make this hard year worthwhile. There's the scoreboard now, showing Carlton going further ahead. Now 11 points, the difference.
Coming up to the 4.5-minute mark into the final quarter. There's a ton of time for St Kilda to go into the grand final against Richmond, the grand final of 1972 next Saturday. But can the boys who have been suffering with the flu, 4 of them throughout the week, really stay the pace of this game? Dittrich, a mammoth knock away into the forward zone. There's Davis, one of the players who's had the flu. He comes out with it, he drives in at the big ones, but the ball is offline. They're racing for it there. There's Breen, another boy who's had the flu. Breen still going there, Dools after him. Breen still at it, the man in front. He goes over, he'll get it. Push in the back. Ron Barassi doesn't agree. What about you, Bobby?
I don't agree either, Mike.
Okay, umpire
should have gone the other way.
Umpire Coates has given it to the man going in battling for the ball, obviously.
Still, after the other quarters, I suppose it's about time St Kilda got one on the other boot.
They haven't had the best of luck, Ron, have they? Up comes Barry Breen. It's on a bad angle. He kicks now. It's going to the edge of the goal square. No mark, however. Stephen Theodore dives on top of it. Theodore comes out. He hooks. Oh, he's missed it. One behind. 10 points of difference in favour of Carlton. And we are now 5.5 minutes into the final quarter, waiting for Jeff Southby to kick out from the scoreboard end. The end to which St Kilda is kicking, of course, and Carlton kicking down to the Richmond end. Jeff Southby had 2 opponents. He was on top of Lawrence, and now he's got Barry Breen with him. Oh, beautiful kick from Southby. He goes straight down the centre. Dittrich moves in and takes the mark. Jones just couldn't get there. Dittrich, a long kick. It's going towards the pocket on the member stand side. O'Connell drops the mark there. Plenty of jostling. Stevens is pushed to the ground. There'll be a throw in, however. Stevens looking at the umpire saying, what have I got to do to get a free? Throw-in takes place. Hayes goes there with Jones. Jones too big and strong. Taps it down towards Keogh. Keogh breaks clear. He comes around the member stand flank. But Dittrich is going to cut it off all right. No! It went over the top of Dittrich. It was a freak bounce. But Keogh's in there battling. Dixon comes in and Dixon pushes it over the line. Dixon on the wing. Waiting down below there, Dittrich taps it down. In comes Jackson, however. Jackson is tackled by Pays, and the ball again forced over the boundary line, but a free kick is going to Travis Pays.
On the full.
On the full.
Hit Jackson's just below the knee.
The luck of the game. Pays kicks in towards the centre. Up they go, almost a freak mark then to Robertson. In comes Manzi, pushes the ball in front of him, but Dools in there for the Blues. Pushed away, the ball picked up and knocked towards Colling by corner. Colling still pushes it in front of him. A long hand pass by Colling. Will this come off? Back it goes towards Barry Breen. The ball bounces awkwardly. Breen's held. Breen's pushed. Breen falls. Umpire blows the whistle. There'll be a ball up. Player down there. It looks like Glenn Elliott is down on the wing position on the member stand side. O'Connell of Carlton just picking himself up. The knockaway goes here to Alan Davis of St Kilda. He can't screw around enough. And it's through for 1 behind. 9 points the difference in favour of Carlton at the 8-minute mark into the final quarter. The Saints doing everything. Gee, they were rank outsiders when the game started today, but they put up a magnificent effort. And a great performance from the Blues. We've certainly had our money's worth. There's Glenn Elliott now getting up. And we hope that our friends through Channel 7 in Perth, CDC in Canberra, the boys in Hobart, Launceston, Adelaide, and viewers right throughout the Channel 7 network in Australia are enjoying this. It's anybody's game, anybody's guess who's going to go into the 72 grand final. There's no guesswork about this. Travis Payes to take the free at centre half forward for St Kilda. The lead there from Breen, but Payes goes out a little wide. Will this come off? It could. No, it doesn't. Colling just couldn't grab it. And still they go. Dixon 4. Carlton picks up. Dixon takes his kick, goes out towards centre half back. Hall is there, but Gallagher says it's mine. And Gallagher of Carlton about to put the Blues into attack. The crowd going mad at the MCG. Here's Bob Skilton.
As Gallagher goes straight up the centre of the ground. It's a lovely kick by Gallagher. Looking for Robert Walls. Jesaulenko knocks the ball away. It's back towards Dittrich. Dittrich throws the ball out in front of him. It's taken by Moran. Moran puts it down into the half-forward position. The bounce blitz duel. Through comes Keogh. He can't take possession of the ball. It's knocked back. Chandler comes through. Gets a hand pass to Keogh. And Carlton are out of trouble as Keogh goes wide. He finds Jackson all on his own. He puts one in towards Nichols. And Nichols is there all on his own. If he goes quickly, he could look for Jesaulenko right in the square, and he finds Jesaulenko, but it's blocked away by Jesaulenko.
Oh!
Almost a great mark by Jesaulenko. Wonderful
what a
play.
gutsy performance.
Gil Jesaulenko, I think it has been paid. Jesaulenko goes back. He goes wide to the boundary line. It's out of bounds on the full. Well, it's not really justice when you put a kick like that out of bounds on the full. A really great, courageous mark. When I say courageous, he was gone to the world, but he ran and ran. Well, he's a stall gift runner, and it was a great effort by Jesaulenko. But we're out now with Ian Robertson. Robertson's kick. It goes right into the teeth of goal. It's Nichols and Minot, but Jesaulenko's up again. And Jesaulenko has the chance to make amends. He plays on quickly, running around on the outer side of the ground. His left foot kick goes straight to a Carlton player in the person of Kevin Hall. Hall hand passes on quickly, but the ball beats Gallagher. It's Judson with it. He handballs out, looking for Manzi. Manzi's there, but he can't get away with the pressure. Chandler handballs across to Robertson. He steadies, drives the ball in towards the big ones, but it's a shocking kick by Robertson off the side of the boot, out of bounds on the full. Well, St Kilda did it in the third term with 3 or 4 out of bounds on the full and kicking for goal, and now it's possibly Carlton's turn.
There'll be nobody leaving the ground early today, Ron Barassi.
No fears about that when we see that Manzi's down there again. It's the second time in this match. It looks like he gets the cramp occasionally. As we see Monite drive right up towards the half-forward flank where Big Jones almost took the second grab, has the ball knocked away, he dives on top of it. It's going to be a ball up. No other option open to the umpire on that occasion. And the half-forward flank ball up occurs. Here we see Big Jones, Dittrich up there, gets a knock, knocks Jones over in the process. No free kick, almost a free kick there to St Kilda, but a ball is kicked off the ground and it favours Galton this occasion. Galton, David McKay do battle. A hand pass across by Galton, nobody, and the ball goes out of bounds. No, it's a free kick to Galt. That's correct too, as Galt drives now up towards the full forward zone. We see Southby fumble the ball. He may be paid the mark. He's not. Lucas comes in to relieve the pressure. Not a good kick, not very long at all on the pressure. Travis Payes in there. He ducks around opponent. Tackle, gets the hand pass away. A little bit slow, but Galt again walks around. Knocked aside by Jones. Good umpiring here as Theodore comes in, goes for the kick. I think it's going to be close. Yes, it is. It's a goal for Theodore, and St Kilda come back hard. 3 points, I think, is the difference now. In the screen, there's the score. St Kilda 11-14 to Carlton 12-11. Well, this game is going to be a tremendous finish. St Kilda are to be fully complimented so far on their effort. They've done a magnificent job. They've had injuries, illnesses, and yet they're still playing like team of champions. There's
coming up to the 12.5-minute mark, Ronnie, in the final quarter, and 3 points the difference. Here comes Armstrong through. Armstrong, though, is in St Kilda's territory. He kicks wide to the flank. They're racing for it there. Will this come off? Whoa! Lucas and Big Carl starts to limp. And Lucas will get the free. Or will he? Yes, he will. Lucas, who came on at half-time replacing Waite, who limped off after the second quarter with an obvious leg injury or ankle injury. Kick there, taken by Lucas down to the half-forward flank on the member stand side. The ball comes off the hands of the pack, and there'll be a throw-in. It's on Carlton's half-forward flank now on the member stand side. 3 points the difference. The throw-in. Galt is going in there to do battle with Mackay. Mackay gets a tap away. Gallagher snaffles it. Gallagher, oh, it's a shocking kick. It goes into no man's land. Nichols comes out. Nichols swings around, a left footer from Nichols. It's going across the face of goals towards the pocket. Jesaulenko and Neil racing for it. And over the line once again in Carlton's forward pocket on that outer side. Wait for the throw-in. Minot. The two number twos, Minot and Nichols. It's Minot's free. Minot in the back pocket on the outer side. Taking his time about putting his boot to the ball. There's his kick. Players move in for it there. It's knocked away by Mackay. Taken by Manns, however. Manns on the half-back flank on the outer side. Shoots it in towards the centre. They move in there. Davis has the ball knocked away from him. Taken by Armstrong. He screws it around. Almost goes straight across the ground. Robert Walls comes out with it. Walls of Carlton deep down into the forward zone. One behind. 4 points the difference. And we are 14 and a half minutes into the final quarter. Bobby Skilton.
Kevin Neal about to put the ball back into play. With Bob Murray dropping out of the side at the last minute, Neal has been given the job at fullback. And although Jesaulenko has kicked 5 goals, Neal's done a credible job. He goes straight up the centre of the ground. The ball's knocked away towards Colling. Colling gets a hand pass into Elliott. Elliott's under pressure. It's swinging away. It's Mackay. Mackay can't get the ball clear though.
Holding the ball.
Theodore to take the kick. He plays on quickly. It's a shocking kick by Theodore. Goes straight towards Robertson of Carlton. He bursts around, gets a hand pass back to Jones. He wasn't expecting it, but quickly gets it to Dool. And Dool gets Carlton out of trouble. He goes wide and finds Jesaulenko, who used his pace to advantage on that occasion to get well clear of Cowboy Neal. Jesaulenko's right out on the half-forward line. A lovely kick by Jesaulenko. Puts it down almost to the goal square. Walls was up high. It comes through to Judson. Judson drives the Saints out of bother. It comes. Robertson knocks the ball away, but it's back. Jesaulenko comes through, bursts through the pack, drives it down towards the big ones. It's well shepherded. Nichols up high. Couldn't take the mark. And 1 point only results as the ball came off Big John Nichols' hand and goes through. That makes the score 5 points separating the two sides. Carlton 12-13, St Kilda 11-14.
15 and a half minutes into the final quarter, coming up to the 16-minute mark.
Still anybody's game. A poor kick this time from Neal. Goes to the half-back line. Elliott almost took the mark. Theo's held one in possession by Judson. Throwing the ball out in front, trying to get around, and Judson was holding him back. And Keogh normally looks for a short pass, but I think at the moment he'll have a shot at goal, and it's well within kicking distance. It's a pretty acute angle, as you can see there. As Keogh lines up the kick, there's 5 points separating the sides. It's off the side of the boot, goes down towards Armstrong, and it's Gallagher who was up high. I would imagine that this mark might be paid to Gallagher. No, it's going to be bounced up. Gallagher looks as though he may have the cramp. Umpire Coates bouncing the ball about 15 yards out. Comes down to Gallagher. He grabs the ball. Can't get his foot to the ball. Jesaulenko comes through into the open goals. And he's kicked his 6 goals to Jesaulenko. Well, I bet you Cowboy Neal at the moment is saying, just what have you got to do to stop a player like Jesaulenko? Carlton 13-13. St Kilda 11-14. And it's 11 points separating the two sides with that 6th goal from Jesaulenko. 17 minutes into the final quarter. Still time for St Kilda to snatch this game away from the Blues, but can they do it? That's the big question. Up they go. Galt knocks the ball away. Nobody able to break clear. Hall's in there doing battle. Out comes Theodore. He loses possession. Elliott dives on top of the ball, and it's Elliott's free kick and a 15-yard penalty. The ball was kicked away after the umpire's whistle went. Elliott, he's a long way out. He'll have to kick this 80 yards to put it through. But he's going straight down the centre. It's lobbing on the edge of the goal square. The big men fly. It's knocked away here. Keogh's in there. Keogh was held. Picked up by O'Connell. O'Connell kicks. Oh, taken there by Davis. I thought he was off. I must be honest, I thought he was off. Did you, Bobby? I did, Mike. I really
takes a short one. It'll come off. Theodore. Now Theodore is 30 yards out, directly in front. He's kicked one. It's on its way. It's swinging, but it looks pretty good. It's there. Back to 5 points the difference. 18 minutes into the final quarter. Oh, Ronnie, this is a real heart stopper.
Tremendous, Mike. There was a bad lapse on the part of the Carlton ruck rovers or their defence to leave that loose man so obvious, and he was there for quite some seconds and they didn't even see it then. However, that's a great goal for St Kilda and will give them a lot of heart.
Getting back to that, did you think Davis was off?
I thought he was off, yes, Mike.
Okay, well, umpire Coates evidently didn't.
Well, here's the knock. Galt gets the ball down towards the wing where Armstrong, who's had a bundle of kicks today, will get his umpteenth kick today. He's gone for the second bounce. Up towards centre-half forward, we see Jesaulenko and Walls takes it back in the second grab. A good mark to Walls there, into the sun. He's now shooting for goal, doesn't waste much time, goes wide to the goal front. There's nobody there just about except Travis Payes, but coming in the last minute, he has the ball punched away from him and a free kick is given to him as well. Travis Payes, who's been a great player for St Kilda this year, has tailed off towards the last part of the season, and today we've only seen an average Travis Payes, but he's still a very good player for the Saints.
19.5 minutes of the final quarter gone.
Payes now with the ball. He's in the back pocket for his side, and St Kilda need to attack now at all costs. Payes, he's swung his attack round at the end of the side of the ground. It's going to favour Walls and Pazenko, with Walls in a beautiful position, uses his judgment superbly then, goes for the short pass to Chandler, who may play on. No, he hasn't got the chance to, because Colleen came in on him and said, I'm sorry, mate, but try that and you're gone. Chandler now with the ball, just short of centre-half forward, will put the ball right into the goal square. Not normally a long kick, and that one's no exception. The ball falls short, could have easily been thrown up there. Here's Nichols, goes to the left foot on his shoulder. A good goal by John Nichols here, and that's John Nichols' third. And one that will make St Kilda's task just that little bit harder. In the first half, it was St Kilda who answered Carlton's every challenge, and every time that Carlton got a goal, St Kilda answered quickly. Now the position has been reversed with Carlton answering quickly there.
20.5 minutes into the final quarter, 11 points the difference. Bounce in the centre. St Kilda going forward as Colling knocks it on. There's Breen trying to break clear. Breen has the ball. He kicks up towards the pocket, but Carlton defence. It's Armstrong again. Oh, he's had a real picnic today. He's played a magnificent game, this fellow. Absolutely magnificent. Armstrong, a short one over towards Jones. Jones spills the mark, but has time to recover. Jones now down to the half-forward flank on the member stand side. Bounces the ball, beats them all. But Keogh coming in there. Pushes it across, a chance for Robertson. He's met very solidly. Whoa, and in they come. And a free kick. Free kick going to Davis of St Kilda. Alan Davis. Just a little wide of the centre towards the wing position on the member stand side. There's his kick going forward. Lawrence comes out there, but it's a mark to Dixon. No, it's called play on. There's David Dixon on the bottom of that, and there'll be a ball up. The ball up on the half-forward flank for St Kilda on the member stand side. They're kicking up to the scoreboard end. There they go. He'll go into the 72 grand final as Galt drives the Saints forward. Not a long kick, but still they're in it. Picked up by corner. The kid slips over. He's still going. Tries a hand pass. Smothered well there by Gallagher. And it looks like Malthouse is coming on. Malthouse on. And Manzi off. Malthouse on for St Kilda. Manzi off. There's Malthouse. Throw-in takes place. Mackay goes up there with Galt. The ball is knocked down, and we find Chandler coming out with it. Chandler kicks over the centre down towards centre half forward, and Basenko's mark for mine. Whoa, look at this! Just a little exchange. Basenko patiently waits for the ball to be given to him. Neil Basenko. You saw his speed before. What will come of this kick? He goes along the member stand flank to the half-forward line there. Up they go. Mackay almost pulled down a beauty, but couldn't hold it. They come through there. The ball is driven by Dixon, but it's marked there by Alan Davis. Davis goes across the ground. The ball bounces awkwardly. Here's a go for Theodore, but it's knocked towards Kevin Hall. Hall of Carlton to the wing position. There's nobody home. Malthouse is running for it. Lucas, I think you'll see come into the screen. There's Lucas and Malthouse, but over the line she goes. And there'll be a throw-in on the wing position on the outer side. We are now 23 minutes into the final quarter. Bobby.
Throw in on the true centre wing position. It's Jones and Dittrich jostling for position. It comes back to Jones. He tries to get a hand pass, but it's smothered by Dittrich. He balks around. His kick smothered. A great piece of play by the Carlton player in Chandler. Malthouse comes away with the ball. A short one down towards Theodore. Theodore hooks the ball back in towards centre half forward, and all on his own is big David Galt. Galt, who's kicked 2 goals. He's 45 yards out from goal, almost directly in front. Rodney Galt. Galt's kick, there's plenty of distance, but the accuracy is astray as the goal umpire runs right over by the behind post, signalling 1 point, and that makes the difference between the two sides. 10 points.
24 minutes gone of the final quarter.
12-15 St Kilda, 14-13 Carlton. We wait Jeff Southby to put the ball back. Southby has been swinging around, first one side of the ground, then the other. Not certain even now which way he's going to go. Decides to go to the outer side of the ground. It's a lovely kick from Southby. He's looking for Jones. Jones is up in front of Dittrich, but a big punch by Dittrich. Goes to Dool of Carlton. Dool's kick gets Carlton out of trouble. Is right into the centre of the ground. Jackson's up high. Almost a great mark by Jackson, but called play on as Moran comes away with the ball. Looks down at centre half forward, and it's big Peter Jones. Jones steadies play up for the Carlton side with a timely mark at centre half back. Jones swinging the ball wide to the outer side of the ground. Up high was Chandler, knocking the ball away from Pays. It's Malthouse who comes through, puts the ball down. The bounce of the ball beats Lawrence. Comes through now to O'Connell. O'Connell gets a hand pass into Gallagher. Gallagher steadies play up for Carlton with a long kick down to centre half forward. It's Walls who punches the ball away, but it goes to Moran of St Kilda. Moran has plenty of time to steady up and drive it to the half forward flank, where we see Jesaulenko going for the ball. Obviously put on the ball, having a run. Jesaulenko puts the ball wide, only all his own is Robertson, but the ball beats Robertson, goes out of bounds on the full, and we'll find Malthouse of St Kilda putting the ball back into play.
Grambo's on, Breen off for St Kilda. 25 and a half minutes of the final quarter gone. We're into time on in the preliminary final. The ball goes forward, and there he is. The Worm takes the mark on the half-back flank on the outer side of the ground. For interstate viewers, I might explain the reason we call him the Worm. He bobs up at any time from anywhere. The kick, not a bad one. It's to the half-forward flank for the Blues on the outer side of the ground. Pasenko couldn't hold the mark. Through comes Minot. Minot now back towards the centre half-forward position. The mark is taken there by Gary Colling. His kick going deep down into the forward zone. The big men fly. It's an awkward bounce. Kevin Hall is held. Kevin Hall comes out with the ball regardless. Hall is still going. He's tackled there by Stevens. In comes Davis. Davis from the pocket. He slips over there. Weary. They're gone, these blokes. What a tremendous performance. A real gutsy performance from both teams. And umpire Ian Coates will bounce it. Midway between the half-forward flank and forward pocket for the Blues on the outer side, for the Saints on the outer side. There they go. Grambo, number 34, went up there. Nobody able to break clear. It's Grambo once again. And the ball driven forward, but marked by Hall. Hall of Carlton, but it's Lawrence. He kicks. Put it through. 5 points of difference again. 4 points of difference. There it is, 4 points of difference. And we're coming up to the 27-minute mark in the final quarter. Oh, what a ripper. What a ripper. Umpire Ian Coates about to bounce the ball. It's still anybody's game. Colling knocks the ball over his head to Cowboy Neal, who's up in the centre. Neal gets it to the half-forward flank on the member stand side. It's an awkward bounce, but it's not clean over the boundary line. And they're appealing. Kennedy's coming on for Carlton. Kennedy is on, and Chandler is off. It's on the half-forward flank for St Kilda on the member stand side. Keogh with the ball. Keogh now to the wing position on that member stand side. Walls and Pasenko go for it. Could have been Walls, but it's taken by Colling. Colling to Trott. Trott now down forward. Here's a go. No mark, however. The ball knocked away. It's pushed ahead there by O'Connell of Carlton. O'Connell now goes wide out to the wing position on the outer side. Robertson for Carlton racing for it. He can't get it. Malthouse is after him. It's taken there by Robertson. Robertson in towards centre half forward. Here's a go. Judson racing for it. Nichols comes in. Judson picks up a hurried kick. In they come. It's taken by Lucas. Lucas of Carlton down forward, and Gallagher's marked. Gallagher's marked 50 yards out on an angle. Oh boy. 4 points the difference in favour of Carlton at the 28.5-minute mark. Gallagher coming up the kick. He must be weary. It's going to just make the distance, but it falls in the goal spot. Kennedy picked it up and tapped it through. 10 points in front now, Carlton. Kennedy just came onto the ground. Ronnie, what about that?
Well, you certainly can't get a better entrance than that as a 9th or 20th man, Mike. That was a quick piece of work by Kennedy. He would have only had about half a second to do that, to grab the ball and just dribble it through the goals. And that certainly relieved the pressure for the Carlton side.
Well, how stiff will St.Kilda be if they get rolled? But then again, who can take credit away from the Blues? There's Keogh now, driving them into attack once again. Up they go. Walls couldn't hold it. Jesaulenko breaks clear. Jesaulenko drives. He's put it through. That's his 7th. There he is, the miracle man. He's got the crook right shoulder. Jesaulenko's 7th goal. There's the break that Carlton needed. And we are 29.5 minutes into the final quarter. Oh, and you're watching it through the Channel 7 network from the MCG in Melbourne. Waiting for umpire Ian Coates to take the ball back into the centre. 16 points the difference now. Look at the Saints go. Dittrich knocks it out. Taken by Grambo. Grambo up forward. There's a race for the ball. Lawrence is there. Taps the ball in front of him. Southby's after him, but over the line it goes. In the forward pocket. There's the siren. There's the siren. Carlton will now face Richmond next week in the 1972 Grand Final. The final scoreboard in the preliminary final reads Carlton 16, 13, 109. St Kilda 13, 15, 93.